Okay, what up ladies and gents, it's your favorite Asian robot right here. Gonna do lighter chatting today because obviously my throat somehow is having problems again and I have no idea why. Hopefully it won't be like that. Sorry, messing around my hair, but hopefully it won't be like that for too long. Anyway, as you can see, I literally just got out of bed, decided to come here and get to work. This is the best way, right? Okay, now all jokes aside, what up everybody? I hope you guys will have a good time. Hey, hey, hey. Now today, my main goal is to do one thing, and one thing only. Spam ASR pass and make it succeed. Spamming to make the pass succeed. There we go. If anyone would like to join me, please feel free to do so. And by join me, I mean join me in spamming, because it's best to do it solo. But I'll also be adding some little challenges along the way. Okay, boom. Done. Okay. Understandable. You will still be considered weak, of course, Reptile Man. Running behind schedule today? I mean, there's nothing much. Nothing much on the schedule, other than just diving in. Say he's muted. What? Am I muted? No, I'm not muted. Or at least I should not be, but anyway. Okay, now, let me go swap around. What should be my first challenge? Well, if it isn't Boxhead. Slider. Let's see, current challenge. You should be alright now, Damon. But yeah, just be careful. Because I still cannot remove Nightbot. Nightbot is a part of the whole stream setup, so just be careful that you don't look like you're posting. Like, I know you weren't, but like Nightbot is a bot. It's a programmed bot, and that's like part of the inherent programming, so can't take that away, unfortunately. Welcome back though. Current challenge. Let's see. Pistol only. Must touch any POI scene. Lightest armor. Okay, there we go. Okay, let's go fulfill the challenge. So, lightest armor only. Let's start with that. I'll start with the Arctic Ranger set. There it is. If it's pistol only, I will bring the verdict. There we go. Hey, Corrupt Minds, Bioxide. Welcome.
One mission more.
Mission coordinates locked.
Okay.
Hellpods prime.
And friends only, okay.
Engaging
Set.
orbital thrusters.
Let's go get all these trivials done.
Orbit synchronized.
Since it's pistol only, I will bring this.
Hellpod launch initiated.
Now, to fulfill my own challenge, I'm hoping that I don't see some random POIs around the around the area. Otherwise, I must touch them. Okay. Here we are. First, we look around for POI. None spotted.
The insurmountable might of the Helldivers.
100 meters.
Deploying sport weapon.
Switching to my pistol. The only time I'll use the Quasar is for the tower. This should be easy. Challenge is gonna get a lot harder if I have to do evacuate personnel or get the flag open.
Deploying equipment package.
Alright, here we go.
Extraction request confirmed. Shuttle inbound.
But I hope everyone is well today. Airseer Pass is literally almost done, so if you like to help out, come spam some level 1s. We can, I think, based on what I saw before, we might actually be able to get Airseer Pass done by the end of the stream. I could be wrong, but it could either be very close or just about there. Crap, crap, crap. Missed way too many shots.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
My day's been alright. Though it's a little rough, but I mean, even if I were to get it checked out, there's literally not much I could say. All I could say is I've got a stubborn dry cough, which the doctors will just give me the same thing I'm already taking, which is Ricodine. So I just have to tough it out and endure it until I heal. Countries with any sort of weather changes always get me. My cursed weak lungs. But other than that, you know what?
ETA T-minus 30
I'm
seconds.
still gonna stay fighting.
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
I mean, you can do whatever you want, Miklos. For me, I'm taking challenges. Gotta spice this up somehow. Otherwise, just spamming level 1 is gonna get real boring.
Landing zone.
It's up to you. You can... I just run whatever I feel like running Progeny, because I'll be quite frank with you. Armor should just... Armor can be anything. You can use almost anything, just as long as you feel like it helps you. The key thing is that it must feel like it helps you. So if you find that, like, just as an example, you feel like you're doing your best with
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
with the White Wolf armor, then absolutely use that. If you feel like you like the recoil reduction on Exterminator, use Exterminator. There's what the way the game works now, right? Honest to God, there's no reason to use like, oh, you must use this one armor set. Like, some idiots out there have created dumbass tier lists that will say some stupid shit like, oh, this is an S tier armor. Why? Like, what the fuck does it matter? You can literally use whatever you want that helps you complete the mission. Some of my guys like servo assisted, and they will never change from servo assisted, and that's okay. They use servo assisted. Bada bing, bada boom. You know? So that is just how it works. You don't have to think too hard. And you certainly don't have to worry about, is this armor better than that armor? No. Use whatever armor you want. You want to use heavy armor? Go ahead and use it. Pretty much exactly that. Hey, Noel. And yes, Lucas, like a true Super Earth elite.
Down there. Could always use more samples, of course.
We're capped out on samples, you silly goose.
Another's
Okay, pistol only run will get a little bit dicier on this one, but
Hellpod
still fun.
primed.
Like I said, the crucial key is just use whatever you feel helps you. Okay. Pistol only run.
Orbit
So
synchronized.
I'll use jump hack to assist me in movement. I can bring the other stratagems.
Hellpod launch initiated.
If there's a fabricator, I can put down one laser. If not, no lasers. Pistol only. Yeah, fair enough. I'm using the same armor that Arcane uses right now. 5 melee kills. I can add that into the next challenge. I don't mind.
Go now, and fear the shadow of neither death nor tyranny, but justice is your cause.
Deploying equipment package.
That's empty.
Video settings. I did not make a video on it. Actually, did I? I'm not sure. I think I did, but I can't even remember if I did or didn't. I can just go through it while the flag is raising. Just make sure you turn off all lighting-based settings. That's it. So ambient occlusion, illumination, volumetric fog, clouds quality, low or off is best. And that's all you need to do. All the lighting settings, medium, low, whatever, and anti-aliasing off. That's literally all you got to do. The rest is you just set whatever preset you want, medium, high, low, whatever your PC can handle. If you want to play on ultra, that's up to you as well. Like, ultra is just fine. The most crucial thing is just turn off all the lighting-based settings, because the lighting-based settings not only consume GPU power, but cause the most crashes. Oh crap, there's a POI. I have to go over there. Darn. What armor does Arcane use? This one. He uses this one, the Arctic Ranger. Okay. Challenge rules must be obeyed. I must go toward the POI after this raises. Any POI that I see must be touched. But yeah, no problem, Big Shubi. Enjoy, I hope it helps. Five hours. If we spam enough ASR pass, we can probably bring it down to 2 hours. Imagine if we finished it right on the stream. That'd be cool. Hello, Sarup. Any armor that is not servo, lol. Nah, not at all, man.
Found something.
Unless there's a servo-assisted light armor. Okay. No more POIs that I can reasonably see. Okay, good. Didn't waste too much time. Hello, Curtis.
Extraction shuttle inbound. Deploying equipment package.
Any other POIs? Not that I can reasonably see.
ETA, T-minus 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Okay. Cleared. No, I do not. It is members only, Mr. Sarup.
ETA, T-minus 1 minute.
Freedom!
Thank you, Dave. That is true.
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
Send plenty of likes for the general, whose poor throat is giving him a hard time.
Not today.
And not even in a nice way, eh?
Seconds, clear landing zone.
Alright. Yes, indeed, Big Shuby. Thank you all, thank you all. Don't forget to hit the like button. I'll change the rules, don't worry.
Watch where you're standing. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Now, come on, guys.
Today you carved another foot.
I think we can get another 40 likes. So if you guys haven't liked the stream yet, close the live chat, hit the like button, come back into the live chat. What this will do is it helps boost the stream, and the stream will go out to more people, therefore increasing the community size, and also giving people more entertainment. So if you want to help keep the spirit of Helldivers alive, you want to, especially in tough times when the player count is dropping, consider liking the stream. It's free, and it brings it to many more people. Hey, roll it. Okay, current challenge. 5 melee kills. Only able to shoot in first person. Light armor only. It's up to you, Mr. Syrup. There we go. New challenge is pinned.
Welcome back. Democracy's reach extends a bit further, thanks to you.
Ain't that right, Nightshade?
The enemy has launched a surprise attack on one of our planets. It needs our aid.
Okay. Flag mission.
The operation.
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods primed. Engaging orbital thrusters.
Let's do this. Must
Orbit
aim down
synchronized.
first person sights. So, okay. Let's use something that's easy to aim in first person. The Punisher.
Launch initiated.
But yeah, upgrading to the Super Season Pack, do it if you feel that the developers deserve your support right now. It's really up to you. I have no comments either way, because right now, based on recent controversies, I don't feel that the developers deserve anything extra right now. They need to fix the game first. Once they do, I'll happily encourage people to purchase and support the devs, like I did in the first 2 months of my streaming. But at this current moment, no.
The fate of all humanity's children are in your hands. Do not let them fall.
That's 1 melee kill.
Sending down equipment package.
And there's my 5 on the way. Two more. One more. And that should be 5. I am actually taking meds. That's the problem. Like, even if I go to a doctor, they're just gonna give me the same meds. I'm taking basically a codeine-based cough mixture. It works really well, but this is more a problem of my lungs. Sorry about that. This is more a problem of my lungs. Happened last year too when I was playing Diablo 4. I think what causes this is Diablo 4. Yep, I'm using scout armor. It's part of the challenge. Light armor only, 5 melee kills, only able to shoot in first person. You know it, Meteor. Got a free Acer pass. But yeah, right now the devs don't deserve money. I'll wait until they make the game fun again for everybody and increase the player count, then they'll deserve money. Right now, who deserves money? Me. So give your money to me instead. I'll at least make content with it. I could probably do an entire session of melee kills.
Freedom has
But I'll just rotate different challenges for myself.
the extraction point.
Anything to keep things interesting. Otherwise, spamming this is gonna get boring. I mean, aside from talking to you guys is super interesting, but you know, gotta add a little bit of spice, a little bit of flavor. I wouldn't mind playing this whole game in first person. Would be pretty cool. But too bad there's no melee in first person.
Extraction request.
Playing this whole game in first person would create some extra challenge though. Now, what do you mean bad? D4 is great. Best game. Okay. I'm actually enjoying myself. Just that I don't have a lot of time to play. But yeah, this is the Arctic Ranger Scout armor. No problem, man.
New super chat received.
Hey, thank you.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
What job did I have while in the military? I was a signaler and also a guardsman. Guardsmen are the equivalent of Marines. We are the jarheads.
Freedom never
ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
Punisher is mid, then Punisher is mid.
How'd you like to taste of freedom?
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
Use whatever weapon you find is not mid. I don't really care. I'm just doing my own challenges here. You got a problem with that, Krishna?
ETA T-minus 10 seconds.
Of course we are. I love the red crayons, Miklas. I wish I could release a war bond for my subscribers.
Arriving at coordinates.
It would have only overpowered weapons.
To democracy.
And and it would actually be useful. You want me to chill, Krishna? Then don't make stupid statements.
Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
How do I feel about the Blitzer? Blitzer's okay. Not a bad weapon. Not very useful against bots, but
Victory was
it's
never
pretty much one of the best weapons against Terminids, so yeah, it's pretty good. How do you know that they're adding a new enemy type to the game on the next update? I don't think so. We'll see. They've been teasing it a lot, but who's to know what they'll add? All I know is they better increase the player count. And that's fine. Prefer whatever you want to prefer. Yeah, from the leaks. Do the leaks say that it's coming next update? Did the devs say it's coming next update? No, it's just leaks, right? So, leaks have been happening for like the past 3 months. People have been talking about Illuminate for the past 2 months. Still not here yet. So,
Now
there's no
that's
guarantee the
called
next
profitable
update is
use
going to
of
have
resources.
Illuminate. Please be intelligent in your statements, people. They have a lot of buffing to be done. So, quite frankly, we'll have to see what the next update holds.
The war rages on. Choose where you will give your aid.
If people are literally hoping that the next update will be Illuminate, I could be wrong, of course,
We
but
near
Coordinates
and if
locked.
that's the only thing keeping them playing, then and the next update is balancing instead of Illuminate, which is sorely needed regardless. I'm pretty sure that
Engaging orbital thrusters.
people are just gonna leave again. Never hope for leaks and stuff like that. You don't know when it'll come into the game.
Orbit synchronized.
Lol, Damon. If there was such a katana, I would. Also, I saw a super chat. Thank you, Sedant. Super salute for you. Thank you very much. Yep. Don't worry about leaks. Now with the low population count, there aren't even many people interacting with the leak posts anymore. People have just stopped caring. The only way to make them start caring is not with the leaks or not with new content. They need to fix the game and make it fun. However they do it, doesn't matter. But they must fix it and make it fun. That's the only way. Okay.
Hellpod launch.
Hello, Raymond. I've heard about that too, Corrupt Minds, but there's, again, no point in that kind of stuff. Adding a new difficulty is not going to bring back the players to stop. The players that stop playing because it stopped being fun.
Critical stratagem available.
So the devs need to have the correct idea about what they want to achieve. If they want to bring back the player count, then the crucial key,
The shadow of neither death nor tyranny.
the crucial key is actually to ensure that no matter what, they bring back fun. How they do it, up to them. But they must bring back fun. Hey, hey, Lord J, how's it going? Thank you for the gifted memberships. I appreciate it tremendously.
A new member has arrived.
Yes, now you guys can hear the alert 10 times. Enjoy.
A new member has arrived.
I too hope the balancing update happens soon, because if it doesn't, we're gonna have problems. I love it too. This music is super patriotic.
A new member has arrived.
Going good, Tello. Going reasonably good. I agree, James. I agree. If they bring back the fun factor, players will come back. Excuse me. If they bring back the fun factor, players are coming back. But if they don't, then this will pretty much end up like another game that I know called Dark Tide, which I really hope it won't. I don't need 2 Dark Tides on my gameplay roster. I would prefer to not have 2 Dark Tides, you know?
A new member has arrived.
Mm-hmm. I think first priority and something like low-hanging fruit that they can do very easily, Boba Shag, is do a mass buff patch and also
A new member has
reduce
arrived.
patrols again. So that, because look, I don't agree with the fact that the patrol spawns were not made harder, in my opinion. But I'm a Super Earth Elite soldier. I'm literally the guy that comes up with the builds, right? I'm literally the guy that brings out the loadouts for you guys. So I don't feel indifference, but it's clear that a lot of people felt differently about that. They're like, oh, why are you making the game harder for soul players? I've got no friends.
Has arrived.
So in order to bring those nerds back, I think it would be important that they reverse the patrol change. Like, again, I disagree very strongly that any of the patrol changes were a problem, but we shall see. Hey, BD. Dark Tide 2 coming soon? Yep. I love the notification sound. I made it myself. I know, right? Dank Turd could have been so good. I still enjoy playing Dank Turd, but Fathead Studio is not very good. They update at the pace of evolution, which is so stupid and sad.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Again, I disagree with that because level 9 was basically 1/4 of the patrols, which it should have been in the first place. You see, the thing is that people were soloing Helldive and claiming they were pro, but here's the problem. They had 1/6 of the patrols, and although it doesn't sound like much of a change, it actually is drastically different. It meant that level 9 was way easier than doing it in a squad. So why should people play in a squad then? Because you can bank more liberation finishing level 9 on your own. Assuming you can withstand the boredom. So this, to me, is not the right way to enjoy this game. This is the wrong way to enjoy the game. It's the wrong way to play the game. You know what I'm saying? So, no. I cannot agree with that.
T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone.
But people cried, so I think it'll be best if they, despite my opinions, I think it's better if they cater to the majority. Because irrespective of what I feel, and although it would enable those low-hanging fruit YouTubers to once again buy views and say, oh my god, solo, Helldive full clear, and prove some stupid shit build that doesn't actually work in combat, it's better to have them around because guess what? More activity means more money for all of us.
Extraction complete.
And no matter how much I hate those guys, I speak the language of profit.
Liberty has siege
There's
of
more
the
profit to be had when more people are playing the game. "10 Titans and Chargers." I don't believe that for even a second, BD. And I'll tell you why. People can come up with clips and edit any kind of situation they want. It's very easy to do. Just don't fight any of the bug breaches, which is the wrong way to play. The fastest liberation technique, spam level 1. A rising tide sinks all ships. I actually tested the patrol changes when they came out. No difference. Zero difference whatsoever. Playing in a squad of 4 and playing by yourself has a drastic difference. You could literally cause 10 Bile Titans or whatever if you want, just by not fighting anything. I'm just saying, BD. I didn't see it for myself.
Mission accomplished, Helldiver.
And people have been complaining about this since the change happened, but
One giant
the fact of the matter is, we tested. We saw it. Nothing changed. So, if you guys believe stuff changed, hey, that's on you. Go for it. Do whatever you feel like. But I firmly believe nothing changed. Because I tested it. Myself. Nothing happened.
Hellpods primed.
And either way, this was always meant to be a team game. This was always meant to be a team game in the first place. You're always supposed to be with a team at all times. So,
Orbit synchronized.
enabling solo play was not really something. And if you compare to other games in the industry, alright, this is the only one that ever gave people a solo option. In other games, if you play solo, you're actually taking on more challenge, not less. Because in other games, you literally have to do the work of 4 people by yourself. So solo, in those other games, is an actual challenge. Here, it's easy mode. So, I can't feel sorry for the solo teams. I can't. But regardless of my personal feelings, I still say I think it's better that they revert the change. If they believe that it is. They are waiting to do the patrol change, yeah. They are actually going to change it, and I think that they should. Because, again, irrespective of personal beliefs, irrespective of what I tested and what I saw, the fact of the matter is that people feel affected. And truth doesn't matter. Feelings do. And irrespective of hardcore players' personal feelings, they need to revert whatever change they made so that players once again feel confident in doing whatever they want to do. And that's literally, like I said, how business is supposed to work. And there is no, like, you can't change that. That is legit how it's supposed to work. So, I think that they have at least wised up to that, which is why I believe it was Twinbeard who mentioned it. They said that they have noticed something funky going on with patrols. This was from the official Discord, and they're going to revert it. So hopefully they do, and then those players who felt affected, they can go back to enjoying the game the way they originally enjoyed the game. I also think so, Mr. Putz. I also feel that if guns felt better and, you know, were not so underpowered, that even a change like the patrol change would not have affected people as negatively, because you would still feel like a super soldier and that you could handle the challenge. So yeah. And all games scale based on a number of players? Not really. I can tell you straight up why, because guess what? Darktide didn't. There in Darktide, if you completed a true solo, you were a real hero, because guess what? You're doing the work of 4 people by yourself. That's why it's called true solo mode. Again, I don't really have as much love for Darktide as I once did, but hey. If you did solo in that game, you were a freaking hero, and I mean like a serious hero. Like, you were legit a champion. Why level 1? Fastest liberation, my friends. You should always be on level 1 if you want to bank fast liberation. That, and I really want to see Air Seer Pass succeed. I'm tired of losing the major orders, so if this helps us contribute faster, then this is the best way. Take note that I'm getting 2 liberation per mission. that's taking me like what? Less than, on average, about 5 minutes. Which means that per hour, and I don't need a team, which means I'm banking individual liberation. Unfortunately, squad impact, and this was noticed by several people who were testing the system, which I again feel is stupid, but squad impact is given to the whole team and not to each individual within the team. So for example, let's say you're on diff 9, right? You get 15 squad impact. That's 15 squad impact that your whole squad of 4 earned. Rather, if all 4 people were just doing level 1s, you can earn 4 times as much. So I realized very quickly it makes like almost no sense to do excuse me. It makes almost no sense to just do like higher difficulties when you want to rush liberation. It's way better to just run this. Dark Tide was fun, but unfortunately, like, and you know, I hope that Arrowhead doesn't repeat their mistakes, BD. Dark Tide made way too many mistakes and bad business decisions. Like, they needed, number one, good content, and they need to keep fun in the game. They started nerfing fun when the hardcore players who were hard stuck in Malice started complaining that Assail, which was a very fun ability for the Psychers, made the game unfun for other people. It's ridiculous because those people were stuck in Malice. I was playing on Auric Damnation, I was like, everything's fine. So again, you can't rebalance based on the mid perspective. But, quite frankly, when they rebalance that way, they, oops. Supposed to fire in first person only. I forgot this gun wasn't set to that. When they rebalance based on that, it just caused more problems than it solved. And it was just sad to see the game turn out the way it did.
Setting down equipment package.
How'd you like to taste of freedom?
They nerfed the fun of the majority for a bunch of whiners. Which is why devs must also be very careful of how they actually listen to their player base. If you listen to your player base the wrong way, you're gonna be in trouble. Oh, wait.
AIA deploying
Huh?
replacement.
How'd I die? The hell?
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Freedom marches onward, thanks to you. You may proceed to extraction.
That was the weirdest death I've ever encountered, but okay. I have seen that event, but I don't think anything will change. Skulls last year did nothing. Skulls this year will do nothing. Unless they release such a major update that's a whole different game, I don't think they'll recover their player base, because they're already at the lowest possible point in history. So, we'll see.
ETA T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
That's kind of the problem, Mr. Putz. That's what Arrowhead's been doing, and we all know it doesn't work. So, I hope that they reverse course very soon. Now, let me see.
How'd you like to taste?
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Damn. Firing only in first person is a lot harder than people think. Damn. What the? Lol, there was that bug. And we got this MO? We probably do, but even so. I am not leaving anything I'm not leaving anything up to chance today. I want ASR pass done. That way that's one headache off my mind, and I can leave the bug divers to finish.
Seconds.
Now let me just check what BD was saying. You're confused. Was there too much stuff spawning for 4 or just less than 4? Okay, so what happened with patrols, right? Just to explain the full situation regarding patrols, is that a team of 4 would have a certain number of enemies and things spawning, right? Then 3 people would have less. this is talking specifically about Helldivers. 3 people would have less, 2 people would have less, and 1 person would have even less than that. But the problem is that the reduction in patrols and enemy spawns was not linear. So linear mindset would be like team of 4, 100% of the spawns. Team of 3, 75% of the spawns. Makes sense, right? That's linear progression. They seem to have a exponential type progression. So by the time you got down to level like 1 person on the team, I believe the actual calculated spawns, which the devs stated, was about 1/6 of what it would be if you're in a team of 4. So in a team of 4, you might get like 3 dropships or whatever. If you were solo, you get 1 dropship, and even then the spawns from the dropship were not very much. I have seen this, proven this with my own 2 eyes, so I know that's how it works for a fact. And when I saw that, at first I thought, oh, this is what 1/4 looks like. But even I felt, hey, it's a lot easier than a full squad. Then it was later confirmed that it wasn't 1/4, it was 1/6. So because it was 1/6, people who were doing things solo were having a far easier time than people running in teams. In fact, it was theoretically possible to bank liberation faster solo for Helldive than it was in a team, because there were just way less spawns to deal with. So if you didn't mind the struggle, a little bit of a struggle of having to bring certain equipment and only using one particular loadout, you could theoretically bank liberation faster. Theoretically. But, well, you know, not everybody, even then, not everybody's up to that. So there is still a skill factor involved. But when they changed the spawns to be a linear progression, so 1 person on the team having 25% of the spawns, the actual effect ended up being much worse, because I guess at 1/6 of the level, it was already considered pretty difficult, considering the type of game this is, because you do need your teammates to show up your weaknesses. So once they changed it to a linear type of spawn, snowballing happened very quickly, which I think is what most people suffered with, and that's why they had a bad time.
Is a paving stone on the road to liberty.
You must always beat the mission, but if you're doing level 9s, alright, the key thing is don't cancel the mission and go. No. If you want to do level 9s properly, make sure you watch the streams where we run Helldives. And if you're finding snowballing to be your biggest problem, then the way to practice is do difficulty 7. Start at 7. Make sure you perfect clear 7. What do I mean by perfect clear? I don't mean perfect clear by getting all objectives. That's the dumbest way to play. No. What you need to learn is that on difficulty 7, your challenge should be within 15 minutes. Alright? Try to do this within 15 minutes. Take out all primary objectives and extract. Your goal time is 15 minutes. Once you can do it on a 7, start doing that on an 8. You don't have to worry about side objectives, don't even have to worry about outposts. Alright, that's additional challenges that you should do when you're very experienced with the game. The only thing you have to focus on is primary objective. And any secondary objectives that, like, for example, block your stratagems, like stratagem jammers, things like that. This is how you learn how to tackle difficulty 9 properly. And that's how we, the Super Earth Elite, do it. So when you see us play diff 9s, what do? We hot drop straight onto a point, clear it, clear any of the bot drops that come. We don't run from fights. We fight every fight. You must learn to fight every fight. Alright? Patrol comes your way, annihilate it and eliminate it. Don't leave enemies on the map. Because at the end of the day, they're all going to converge at the extraction. Then what are you going to do? You're going to die? So this is why a lot of creators have taught people the wrong way to play. Whereas we, Super Earth Elite, we only do what is, number 1, efficient, and number 2, we only do what is guaranteed to work. We will never do something that is not guaranteed to work. You don't need to do side objectives. Have you not watched the video? If you haven't watched the Planet Liberation video, watch it, memorize it, because this one video teaches you everything you need to know about Liberation and explains everything. This is why nobody ever does side objectives, especially if you want to actually bank Liberation fast. Alright? Memorize everything in this video, and you will never go wrong. This video was taught to me when I was new in the game, and it basically sorted out everything for me. I'll link you now, hold on. This video. This is the most important video you will ever watch, and it is the only video that I will tell everybody on my stream. You need to watch, memorize this video, memorize every single word spoken in this video. And you will understand Planet Liberation. Oh, of course, Caleb. But if people want the knowledge, The knowledge must be given to them. So if somebody asks me, how do I do this as efficiently as possible? That's the video. You see? Optimizing the fun out of missions, that's up to each individual. Like, they don't have to play the most optimal way. But if they want to, then the knowledge must be there. You must understand this. Of course, play the way you want. I don't give a shit. But if somebody needs knowledge, do you just withhold it from them? That is a silly thing. And that is the same reason, like, some other guys had problems with me, because they were like, "Oh, Agent Robot, why are you telling people how to do the things in an efficient way?" Because they want the knowledge. When people come to creators, what do they want? They want to know how to do this, how to get perfect results, how to be the best. That's literally what they come for. So as a creator, it is my job to give that to them. If they don't want to do that, then they don't have to watch, or they can go elsewhere, or they can do whatever they want, you know? I mean, that's up to you, Caleb. Then don't do it. Like, nobody cares whether you do or don't. Literally, nobody cares. Just do whatever you want to do.
Others?
I'm here to do this because I want to win. So I am literally here to show people how to do it and how to win. You don't want to grind it? Don't be here. Simple. Optional objectives are indeed optional. You don't have to do them. They have no impact on your final results. How do you prove this? We've done several speedruns where we just focus on primaries, and it's boom. It's very easy to clear that, and you will still bank the same amount of liberation at the end. You want to know what love is? Find a fellow human that you get along with. You want me to show you? Unfortunately, I am spoken for. I cannot. But I thank you for your consideration.
Hellpod launch initiated.
Oh, listen. We can still win it. We can win it, Shahan, by clearing the planet faster than the objective ends. So, for example, do you guys not know about Helldivers.io? If you do not know, then this website is literally your go-to source. Go to Helldivers.io and you will learn, and you will literally be able to see how fast until the planet is defended, right? So Heath succeeds in 5 hours and 20 minutes. That means it'll be defended before the major order ends. That is actually a good question, Deka. I believe the answer should actually be yes. The only reason I believe that to be the case is because, quite frankly, we've had situations during the times when people disconnected and left, and the spawns did not change back to how they were on a solo run. So I believe that what you start the mission with is the spawns that you will have, which can be abused in both ways, because technically you start the mission with one, and then people join in later. The spawns should be for one, but on the flip side, what I have personally seen is that I start a mission as one, people join me during the drop, and then all of a sudden the mission is for 4 people. So I don't know. I have no concrete results to give you. It should theoretically be that way, but honest to God, I have no idea if that works. So I prefer to just do it. If I go in with a team of 4, I finish with a team of 4. But I'm pretty sure that it will still feel like the spawn is for 4, even if people leave. Listen, BD, if your squad wants to learn how to play, get them to watch the streams. The more they watch my streams, the more they'll just learn. Especially the streams where I'm not doing this, but rather when we're doing full runs, it's very important that you watch them so that you learn how we do things efficiently. What do we bring? How do we tackle objectives? How do we go through situations? Because we've done this through many iterations. So we're always optimally efficient. Even when we're fucking around, we're optimally efficient, usually. Ah, crap, the challenge hasn't changed. Whoops. Almost got lost there. Although I'll probably change the challenge on the next one.
1 minute.
Why does level 7 feel so crazy now? It shouldn't. Level 7 is as chill as it was before. There's been no change. A lot of people right now, Critical, are... Maybe it's because the guns you used are no longer as powerful, or you're not using the most optimized loadout, but nothing has changed. A lot of people... This is where there's a lot of placebo effect, because people are saying, oh man, spawn rates change. They didn't change. The spawn rates are the same. So... If level 7 is feeling crazier now,
30 seconds.
to me, it's all literally placebo. Because level 7 is a sleepwalk for us. And it is the same chill difficulty that it has been at since the very start. So I really have no answer for you. It is still the chill difficulty, and it should still be the chill difficulty, because we have not seen, we who play every single day have seen zero difference. And you are correct. The booster video is only just to describe what the boosters do, but it does make the assumption that everybody has the booster at the start.
Landing sequence initiated. Watch where you're standing.
But either way, extra reinforcements should not be something brought along. Anyone bring that along, I'll slap the shit out of them, because you literally don't need that. And no problem, Okita. A lot of people other than you have also asked for it, so I figured, fine, I'll do it. If people want the knowledge, I'll just literally deliver it to them. No problem. Now, don't forget to like the stream, fam. I think we can achieve another 40, maybe 50 likes. So if you haven't liked the stream yet, please hit the like button. Stamina is guaranteed to work partway through. Same with Hellpod Space Optimization. Vitality does work partway through, because that one we've also confirmed. Muscle Enhancement works partway through, as far as I know. But I'm not sure about the reinforcement ones, because we literally never bring those. All the ones that we normally bring, I can guarantee work partway through. Except for Motivational Shocks. That one we've never tested partway through. But that's also because lower player count, so we never really had the motivation to test that. But all the others that we would normally bring, like Localization Confusion, all the others, even if joining partway through, it still works. Hey, Ninja Floss.
Good work down there.
Would it?
Could always use more samples, of course.
The struggle for managed democracy continues.
Bullet sponges would definitely be
no
bad
time
corrupt
to
minds.
waste.
I don't mind the increased spawns, to be honest. One thing which I'm really grateful for is that irrespective of the difficulty, the only thing they change is the enemy spawns and the enemy composition. They don't really change the enemy hit points. So when you learn how to take care of a Devastator, you're fine taking care of the Devastator, whether it's difficulty 1 or difficulty 9. That, I think, is a really big plus for this game. How do I think the new sidearm could be better? They have to buff all weapons. I'll be real about that. So let's say we're talking about the so-called Deagle, right? How can you buff the Deagle?
Operation
First, you'd have to start by buffing the Senator.
Coordinates locked.
The Senator, being a round-based reload gun, has to be the
Hellpod
strongest.
prime.
So give me 1
Engaging
second, yeah?
orbital thrusters.
Let's turn
Orbit
challenge
synchronized.
mode off for a little bit so I can just focus on answering questions. That way folks will know. You should feel okay throwing a 380 regardless, by the way. That would be because on eradication missions, if they run into a 380, that's kind of their problem. And most of the time, it will compensate, but please throw it only when a factory strider drops. That is the best time to actually throw it and then watch it get eliminated. People throw it often too early and then it misses all the big stuff, so it won't get you as many kills. If you throw it in a when the situation gets bad, then you will really be able to make use of it. Okay. Now, let me properly answer questions. What do I think of the new... So, coming back to the sidearm thing. First of all, you'd have to buff the Senator. The Senator would need to be buffed first. Why? Because if you don't buff the Senator, then what you have is a situation where you have a useless sidearm. And the Deagle should have the Senator's current stats, while the Senator should be even stronger. I say buff the Senator to about 225 damage with strong medium armor penetration. And the Deagle should have medium armor penetration on the lighter side. So lighter medium armor penetration and 175 damage. That would, to me, be what settles the entire thing. And it would be, in my personal opinion, perfect at that level. Hey,
Hellpod
Kazi.
launch initiated.
Look at these lovely Marfarkers. They're making your boy talk, even though my throat is recovering. You want to come and chill with your boy? Yes, that is the Kaz. Corrupt Minds, that is the Kaz. Her face has remained on my channel for years. You know, Sedant, I think that that would be a perfect idea.
Them brawl.
They should.
Let them face the insurmountable might of the Helldivers.
I do not disagree with that.
KIA
Ooh.
deploying replacement.
Well, that's irritating.
Request approved.
Imagine dying on a trivial.
Objective critical stratagem. Objective critical stratagem no longer available.
Point me to the enemy.
But that's also my fault for bringing the breaker spray and pray. This thing's so sad.
Firing orbital laser.
Thanks, Mom.
Helldiver.
LOL, my own laser killed me.
Request approved. Reinforcements
Of course,
have
like I
been
said,
launched.
weapons must feel powerful. When you make a weapon that does not feel powerful, it just doesn't encourage a good gaming experience. And like I said, I don't want this game to end up like Darktide. That's okay, Kaz. Today, I am your work. So thank you
New
for watching.
subscriber detected.
Yes, spam the Kaz face. Exactly, Critical. All guns in this game need to feel powerful. The Breaker, I'm telling you, if I was in charge of balancing, I don't care how OP this sounds, I would make the Breaker a very high medium armor penetrating automatic shotgun. Punisher, heavy armor penetrating. But with high damage fall off. So the Punisher should be something that if I shoot it in a charger's face, it's gonna break through the charger's face, but I have to shoot it up close. So take the risk, you know? Take the risk. My face being creepy, that's okay. Kaz's face is never creepy. It's adorable. Oh, and Okita, how is Darktide? Terrible. Let me just pull up the Steam chart on Darktide. Let me see how many players are playing Darktide right now. Barely even 4,000 people play Darktide. So, do you want to play a game like that? No.
Democracy has been well delivered.
We are Helldivers. We should have access to the best weapons in the world. So them giving us pea shooters is sad.
Sending down equipment package.
I would think that Joel shouldn't do that, no, but we'll see. If he does, it would be very, very silly. So I hope he will be smart about this. Because we've got 24 hours, that's it. End of story. You know? If he hits us with another one, that's a no good. That's no good at all. And I think they're not so silly because all the effort we've put in should not be removed. We need to... I think Arrowhead realizes as well, Noel. We need to win this major order. And if we don't win this major order, everybody's going to be upset.
Deploying equipment package.
Me, Toic? I don't have to sign as balancing director. I know nothing about code. I couldn't take a full salary for that. I'll sign as a consultant. That would be okay. Lower salary, but I would still be free to stream and they can consult me on matters. As long as they pay, I'm okay. But yeah, I'd be okay as a consultant. But I know nuts about code, so being a balancing director probably would be, you know, incorrect. And also, not within my scope.
Extraction request confirmed. Shuttle inbound.
If that's the case in the bag, I think we'd be very sad. Listen, General Render, I'm just telling you.
1 minute.
Like, if I was in charge of balancing, every weapon would be powerful. The Purifier, I would turn into... I would literally just turn into the plasma gun from Darktide. I would let it charge up, and if you max out the charge, it consumes more ammo per shot. So let's say each magazine holds 15, right? If you fire it uncharged, that's 1 shot. Maybe not much penetration. You charge it up, fires, takes 3 ammo, but penetrates to all targets. Turn it into an actual plasma gun. Like, why not? Why not? We're literally Helldivers. Give us the best tools.
T-minus 30 seconds.
Like I said, if I was a consultant for the balancing team, I wouldn't mind. They can sign me on and I'll tell them, here, do this, do that.
T-minus 20 seconds.
The thing is, you can always make enemies harder. You can always increase difficulties by making difficulty 10, 11, 12, 13. You can impose all sorts of enemy modifiers rather than modifying Helldivers. But give us the base tools. The base tools make them feel super strong. Make all the guns fun. Imagine how fun it would be if like you were going through like let's say you want to relax. You go to a difficulty 5. You've got your purifier. You're on a solo run. You feel like a commander. You walk around. Every single enemy that turns the corner, you fire this massive plasma blast that just rips them. I'm pretty sure that'll be pretty fun for a lot of people. Power fantasy never gets old. So that's what they should have done from the first place.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Well, the numbers aren't as high as I'm used to, Noel, and certainly the super chats aren't as high, although I thank you very much for that. But you know what? I'm happy with the numbers that I do have. Super salute for you, friend. I think things will pick up if they manage to make the next good balancing patch a good one. It's gonna be very make or break. Well, they should, Toic. If they watch my stream for free and get advice here, I'd be happy enough with that. It'd be cheaper for them too. But hey, they should. Why not? At least they would be listening to somebody.
Hola.
Hey! How are ya?
Do I sound okay?
You sound perfectly fine.
Okay, because I'm using my gaming headset for this, not my work headset like I normally do.
Sounds great. Way better than the phone, so I think the laptop's good.
Yeah. Yes. I had to... I don't know what happened a few weeks ago, but something happened. I had to reinstall, like I had to just wipe the whole thing and reinstall the system and all from scratch, so I wasn't sure.
Too much porn.
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods prime.
Look at this lady not laughing at my joke.
Engaging orbital thrusters.
I hope so, Toic. And if they take my advice and helps them bring the fun back, then that's good.
Synchronized.
Kazi, are you gone again?
But that's okay, because here we are and it's working. You're on the laptop. And that's what it was.
Yes. Now you're back again. Sorry, you were gone for a little while.
All this crap. Yeah. I'm on Wi-Fi upstairs on the laptop. It doesn't seem to be great for being in this room.
Fair enough. Well, as long as the messages eventually come true, that's fine.
Yeah, ignore me. I'm only here to listen while I crochet and watch your stream anyway.
Yeah, no worries. I will address the chat while I do. You just enjoy, and then after this, you can relax with me.
Yes.
I hope the devs come to the stream, Mr. Putz, because at the end of the day, I want this game to be great. The last set of devs that didn't listen to my advice, guess what happened? Dark Tide. Ba-dum! I think you guys underestimate how much love I had for Dark Tide. I was like Kaz would know because I was playing it all day, every day. Lots of viewership on that game. Everybody wanted to be in the squad. Of course, we even had our own official hater who hated me so much, you know, despite basing his whole channel around me. It was great. Those were the times of happiness. Emphasis on penis. But anyway, the point is that they didn't, nobody listened, things were bad, and then here we are, in sin and misery, in the house of the rising sun. Like, they have 4,000 players. Like, is that a great success? I don't think so.
I know. Sorry, I'm only seeing it now. I just remembered to put the chat back up.
Lol.
Hi.
Yes, Rena, back when the Shredder auto pistol was okay. And Zong Cena was there. Yes, Phil. Zong Cena, the Ogren. would end up in every game. I think it was because he was literally the only person in the Oz server at that time. Even back then, the player count wasn't that great on Oceania.
You are most likely going to hear outside sounds.
That's
So,
okay.
my apologies, there's children playing with me.
That's fine. Don't worry too much.
I mean, I'd bin them if I could, but you know, they're not my office.
Lol. Your headset is so good, but I can tell what you meant about the Wi-Fi not being great, because like the Discord is cutting in and out, but when I do hear you, it's nice and clear.
I think it's just where I have the laptop sitting, to be honest.
That's okay. Someday I will buy you
It's
super
usually
strong
fine.
internet.
Usually fine everywhere. But we have business broadband. It's just where I'm sitting. It's not great.
To be honest, actually, I'm pretty sure it's just because.
At least on the
Yep.
it's because on the phone I use the phone's internet. I don't use the house Wi-Fi. So I never have an issue with the phone. But like, there's so many people connected to Wi-Fi in the house.
Yep. No, I understand that. Plus, also, the other day I had some people from EU in Discord with me. Same issues. Like, could not. Like, it's just because I'm in Australia, you're in EU, and Discord is just like, yeah, nah.
Oh, good. Like I said, I'm only here to listen to you.
Yeah, that's okay. We can conversate more properly later. And is Kaz Aussie? No, she's Irish.
No, I'm Irish.
Freedom marches onward. Thanks to you. You may proceed to extraction.
Yes.
Yes, yes. And probably, no offense to any Australians, one of the last countries I want to visit.
Lol.
Too many big bugs and crazy animals. The craziest animal we have here is like a fox. So, no death by bears or anything like that. I don't even think we have bears.
We have a
I'm
platypus.
pretty sure we don't have bears.
Shuttle inbound.
Ireland doesn't have anything.
We don't have them either. Excuse me, yes we do.
No, you don't. You don't have platypuses,
Yes, we
you
do.
don't have
We have our
quokkas,
own-
you don't have koalas, you don't have cool animals. You don't have
Well, that's because
wallabies.
they're all Australian.
Yeah, you don't have kangaroos.
That's because they're Australian.
Yeah, they're
Because
the
they're
coolest
Australian.
animals. Your animal's lame.
We have Irish wolves. We have Irish wolfhounds that are like 6 foot tall. Don't even get me started, bro. Our animals are amazing.
Yes, Ireland does have cute girls, Brenna.
We have our own. We have our own.
T-minus 1 minute.
I'll have you know. We have. We have pigeons,
Little pigeons.
seagulls, fish. Yeah, you wouldn't want to take. Well, the pigeons probably not so much. But you wouldn't want to take on one of our seagulls. Our seagulls here in Dublin are crazy.
I'm sure they are.
T-minus 30 seconds.
No, I'm serious. Like, if you're walking around and you're eating something, and a seagull sees that you're eating something, like, our seagulls will literally come down and take it in their hands.
T-minus 20 seconds.
Ah, of course.
They have like literally 0 clicks to give.
Very good.
Seagulls are mental.
T-minus 10 seconds.
Too much Guinness.
Landing zone.
Hey, Drillsy. Yes, too much Guinness.
Sending our seagulls crazy.
This is Pelican 1. I have visual on the
Listen, there's nothing wrong with dinner plate sized spiders, okay? They just part of junk
Yeah,
into
the magpies with like words of
Watch
you.
where you're standing.
Lol. British
Beautiful
seagulls.
magpies.
Yes, spamming level 1 missions is the fastest way to liberate. Meteos.
Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
That's how we banked so much liberation yesterday that Ayrshire Pass was going to succeed super fast. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's how they're clearing Heath, because Heath has a full 1 million hit points for the defense. Aesir Pass only has 700k, but there's only 17,000 fighting bots right now. Which again, really weird, but whatever.
Isn't it? No. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't it Australia? And it might not be. But isn't it Australia that where they found that plant that like it looks really beautiful, but it smells like shit? Or am I thinking
No.
of a different country?
Rafflesia. I'm pretty sure that is Rafflesia is Singapore. The corpse flower.
Really?
Yep. Let me see.
No, I don't know if it's that because I know it wasn't found that long ago. Like they first only came across it not that long ago.
The only one that I know that smells like a corpse, or the corpse flower, the stinking corpse lily, is Southeast Asia. So it's it was later named after Sir Stamford Raffles, the leader of the expedition and the founder of the British colony in Singapore.
A 100% survival rate.
What's that?
Stanford Raffles.
That's why it's called Rafflesia.
Very English name.
Yeah,
The
it
enemy
smells
has
like a
launched
corpse.
surprise attack on
stinking
one of our
corpse lily.
planets. It
I don't
needs
know.
our aid.
Don't know if that's the one I'm on about. Let me Google it. Hold on.
Yep, sure. Go ahead and Google.
One last step.
Lord J, no such thing as
It's a
too
great
much Guinness.
googly movie.
Yep, go ahead and Google and Moogly.
That is true. Although
Engaging
Guinness
orbital
farts the
thrusters.
next day are not so nice.
Sorry, what?
So Guinness farts the next day are not so nice.
Lol.
Synchronized.
And Viper VC, to answer your question,
Oh, you're right. Do you know what it is?
hmm?
Over here, they're known as carrion flowers.
Fair enough.
Yes, that's what I was talking about.
Lol. Okay, hang on. Let me just quickly answer this question. The best way to do this, because you see, although it's a team game, the problem is that squad impact is given to the whole team. So that is the biggest issue with this whole thing. Squad impact, like let's say we do a level 9 in a team of 4. At the end of it, we're getting maximum like 15 liberation points for the entire team of 4. That means that each person is effectively only getting 7.5 is half, so it'd be half that again. It'd be 3.75 per person. That's not effective, and you'd spend like an hour even speed running it. And that's, you have to finish all three missions in the operation. So what they should do is that they should, if they want liberation to be properly calculated, is that although difficulty 1 would still be slightly faster if they do it this way, what they should have done in the beginning was they should have simply made it so that when you are in a team of 4, every person in the team gets the squad impact. Therefore, the final squad impact should be the squad impact for the 4 people. That way, you don't have to solo difficulty once, because if you solo difficulty once, not only do you get more liberation, but the end result is just so much faster. You just end up getting like a whole bunch of liberation if every single person in the team of 4 splits in solos. It's a lot. Stone, do I still play Dauntless? Absolutely not. We do not support racist games here, and if you still support that racist game, please do uninstall that game, because there's the proof. The devs allow racism, threats of physical violence, and harm in their official Discord, which I think no professional video game should. They allow their partners to make such threats to people that they don't like, and this is not on. We do not support any kind of company that has these types of behaviors. So if you're asking about that game, then I suggest you uninstall it, unless you want to be branded as one of those kinds of racists. Then, well, that's up to you, but stay away. That's my advice.
Plus, the devs are a bunch of assholes.
Yes. Yes, we do not want any mention of that game here, because we want nothing to do with them. I don't want my current companies connected with them in any way, shape, or form, and I don't want anybody here connected with them in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, you guys can do better than that.
Yep. It's okay. Better that you don't know, Dobsy.
Trust me, I'm not missing anything.
Yep.
Have a taste of democracy!
The game that Stone over there mentioned. I don't even want to say its name anymore. Just know that if you don't know about the game, no need to know.
Voldemort. It's a Voldemort game.
The faster that everybody doesn't know about it, the better.
That shall not be named. Isn't it funny though how you hardly ever hear about it anymore?
That was the only one keeping the content alive.
Like
but
in a
yes.
good way.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, they had partners for their games with epic codes and everything, right? Making threats of physical violence in their official Discord, critical. So think about that for a second. Somebody who represents your game is allowed to not only make a racial statement, but threaten physical violence to a person, threaten physical harm, with no consequences. Social media, if this was 2020, if that happened in 2024, social media would have eaten that shit up.
Yeah.
Thanks for respecting the integrity, Caritas.
Appreciate you.
Now, let me see what I missed in chat. You've never tried Guinness Nightshade? It's pretty good. I like Guinness.
It's nice. Just know it's a heavy stout.
It's the only stout I will drink. And I don't even like alcohol, but I love Guinness. Very nice. Very, very
I don't like alcohol either, but when I did drink, I liked Guinness. Guinness and blackcurrant was always really nice.
Mm-hmm. Guinness and blackcurrant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what we'll do is we'll buy Guinness and then we'll buy Ribena and mix Guinness with Ribena.
No, no. You need proper blackcurrant, not fucking fake Ribena blackcurrant.
No, we need Ribena. I want to try this.
You need Ribena, you big child.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Ribena with freaking Guinness. Lol. Make it for me. Make it for me.
Lol. I
said
will,
make
but
it
you're
for
not getting Ribena.
No, I'm having it with Ribena. I don't care.
I said I will, but you're not getting Ribena. Oh my god, you're such a baby.
No, I'm getting Ribena, but not the mixed one. No, we're getting the Ribena mix. I want to concentrate it in there.
No.
Yes.
Oh yeah. You can have that one. I thought you meant like just yeah. No, if it's concentrated, it's fine. Because you're going to water it down with the Guinness.
Yep, exactly. No, I mean the Ribena you get out otherwise is already watered down and tastes like shit. I'm getting the concentrate, man.
Hey, that's what I thought you meant. Like I was like, no, you can't have that with Guinness.
I'd literally be watering down the
I
alcohol.
mean, you should still
now.
use proper blackcurrant. But no.
Fair enough. iVengeance, did you add me on Discord? I believe I messaged you back. And I don't think you were added to my friends list. If you've already been added to my friends list, please DM me on Discord. If not, I believe you were the one that had the problem, and I messaged you, but I never got a response. So, not sure what happened there, but if you want to get in the Discord, you gotta respond. So just make sure you let me know. Cass.
No.
Preparing for touchdown.
But yes, just
Look,
let
you
me know.
invite me in. You should have known that.
Nah. Yeah, just make sure that
You can douche me
you've
on. You
added
want you
me.
still should have known that.
Complete.
Whoa,
Beginning ascent.
this nerd. But yes, please make sure that you've added me on Discord and that you are able to DM me. Because if I'm unable to DM you, I cannot bring you in.
A long climb to liberty.
Beamish
I
is
think there
better.
might be a few second delay between my Discord and yours.
There is.
Beamish is not fair. Take that back.
What is Beamish?
It's a stout as well. Take that back. Beamish is horrendous.
There you go, Caritas. Answer from an Irish. But yeah, there's always a few seconds delay. So remember when we kept interrupting each other in the past? It was because of that few second delay. So by the time you're hearing what I'm saying right now, a few seconds will have already passed and then I'll hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you just heard me, right? I literally counted that was a 5-second delay. So remember those times when I would like say something and then I would have silence and I would think that you were not listening?
I did respond. No. It did take me a second to respond because I was reading symptoms. Forget the alcohol. I'll take just same, bro. Same. I'd rather just the Ribena.
The enemy
Lol.
has launched a cowardly attack against one of our planets. Will you defend
No, Corrupt. I play on Xbox. I don't have gaming PC or anything like that, so
Coordinates locked.
it's not available for Xbox. So like,
Hellpods prime.
There you go, Vengeance. Now I got your ad.
Engaging orbital thrusters.
Now I can
otherwise I
find
would
the ad.
play with you nerds.
Yep, she would.
Orbit synchronized.
My laptop, the one that I have, cannot handle games. Can't even handle Overwatch. Although I'm pretty sure if I had you on the phone one day and we went through the graphics settings, I could probably fix that.
Oh,
Oh god, imagine me trying to play Overwatch on keyboard and mouse. Jesus.
it's okay. Listen, we'll
That
save
would
up.
be
We'll
hilarious.
save up for that gaming PC, and we'll get that for you. And
I
then,
am saving. I am.
I know. And then we'll.
I was having a look around. And I seen one that I really like. And it has a fancy see-through cover.
Mhm.
With fancy wheels. I don't know what they are, but fancy lights inside. I like it.
Most
Now,
will have the fancy
you
lights
know-
inside.
I know, but you know me, I'm not a pink girly, although for some reason, recently, I seem to be becoming a pink girly
You should.
because the nicest one I've seen so far had a pink shell. And I was
Fair
like,
enough.
oh, I kind of want that pink shell.
All right.
Go now.
See you later, Track. You have a good day.
It looks so good.
Where do,
Track.
where do I need you, Ninja? Just head to ASR Pass. We just need to spam the level 1s until this is clear.
What's up, Chuckles?
That's all.
Yeah,
Deploying equipment package.
I can't go. Here, give it to me, sorry.
Comboing stratagems would also be good, yes. And War Trader, I already saw.
Turn around.
I already saw your message. Are we the bad guys? No. Anyone who thinks that in Helldivers is a undemocratic nerd. So leave my stream before I murder you in your sleep.
Sorry, am I joking? Oh, don't fall now. Your hair keeps getting caught in the wasp.
For anyone that's wondering, she's talking to her niece. Her niece will just invade, and then she doesn't mute, so she will just speak to her niece and disturb everybody, right?
I'm trying to put a necklace on, but our hair keeps getting caught. Absolutely. No. It's all the same. Do you know what it is? My nail is too long. I can't grip that bit. You'll have to get your master out.
Lol. Told you, no long nails.
Oh, it's not even that long. It's just because it's my thumbnail.
Yes.
Can't
too long. No long
I can
nails.
grip it. I can grip it open, but I can't keep it open. Now, you do not get any say in how long my nails are, well.
No, long nails creepy.
Do I get a say in how big your dick is?
Nope, but long nails creepy.
There you go. Long nails
Creepy.
are not creepy.
Creepy.
Long Moira nails are creepy, but mine are never that, anywhere near that long.
Creepy. Creepy. Scary.
You're creepy, you shut up.
No. Scary.
Imagine being scared of nails.
Don't like long. I voice my protest.
You won't be saying that when I'm scratching your back.
Get some! Get some!
I will take that under consideration. Creepy.
I'll paint them so you can.
How long is too long? I don't know. I will decide when I see them.
So now how long's a piece of string? Like,
No. I will decide upon viewing them, and then I will say creepy.
you've seen them before.
I will decide upon seeing them in person, and then say creepy.
Oh my lord. Not today.
Paul Clark, our capes and shoulders have skulls on them. Are we the baddies? No, skulls are good. Skulls are cool. We're the cool kids. We don't want to be like some
Not-
unadorned
Not
nerd.
all bad guys use skulls. Okay, some of the good guys use the skulls of their defeated enemies
Sure.
to show they're the good guys. They're the skull of the bad guy on their own head. I would drink from the skull of my enemy.
Yes.
The stupid fucking Justin, what's his face song stuck in my head.
Why would you have
I
that?
do like to taste freedom.
I don't know. Just stuck in my head all day.
Okay.
Must have heard it somewhere.
Okay.
Oh, I nearly went to put 2 stitches into the 1 stitch. Can't be doing that nonsense.
Haven't tasted democracy. We knew you'd come.
It's not our fault Terminids makes us premium fuel. Nah. I don't know why people prefer Terminids. I like the bots. They're simple. Easy. They're not swarmy. At low levels, I guess Terminids are better, but high levels, oh my god.
Mission at 10 minutes
Diff 9 bots are so much easier than Diff 9
Are you
Terminids. I thought.
scared of him?
No, I'm just scared of you, my dear.
Good answer.
I'm gonna beat you up because I'm scared of you.
Count.
Have to wait till you get here, then I'll beat you up.
Singapore, sweetheart, Singapore.
Yep. What do we use the bots for? Target practice. That's what they are to me. Target practice.
You have been a stalwart line of freedom. Extract when ready.
Blind Vengeance, letting him know I'll add him on Sunday, and then for now everybody can enjoy the stream. Okay.
deploying equipment package. You may proceed to extraction when ready.
Heath is gonna succeed in 3 hours. Yeah, we need people on Airseer Pass. 7 hours.
I love that.
I need to take the cardigan off. I think it's very warm right now.
Let's see. Well, if you're taking it off, you know what I want.
I said I was taking the cardigan off, not only clothes.
Yep. Still, you still know what I want, so hand it over. Or else I'll die.
You won't die.
No, hand it
Very
over.
exaggerated today.
Yep. Hand it over. Hand it over. Hand it over with your scary nails, or else I'll die.
T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
See you later, A-Star. Listen, Paul, if you need to take a break and watch your anime, do it, man. Vinland Saga, I read the manga, it's great. I enjoyed the story. I never watch anime. Too busy watching stuff with Kaz instead, but yeah, no, it's a great manga, so I wouldn't blame you. Like, honestly, I think a
Can
lot
I
of people...
just interject here?
Why?
I like, because you said you never watch anime. We did try to watch anime, but Robot picked anime that has screaming girls in it that run through my brain
Which
that
is
I
what
just
I
cannot
enjoy,
watch.
you know? So, yeah. So now we watch other shows that are more palatable to both of us.
Yes. Narcano!
Yep.
Every time I think of anime, I think of hope.
T
Listen, okay, just because you
That's
cannot
screaming,
appreciate
bitch.
the glory of Konosuba, right?
I could look. It was great fun. I just couldn't stand that bitch's screaming. Like she
That's
didn't know how to talk. She
listen.
screamed everything.
That's what makes it adorable. Understand?
ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone.
That does not make it adorable. That makes it like nails on a chalkboard.
Aha! See the difference.
Pelican 1 approaching pickup.
That's okay.
We're screaming. We got to like season
2.
3. Oh, I
Two.
couldn't take any. Yeah, I couldn't take anymore.
Hey, I managed to get underneath the map. Lovely. And my character has nothing to blow himself up with. Damn. Alright. Guess I'll die then.
You're right. You do have to compromise in a relationship. It's okay, Corrupt Minds. I'm getting my own back on him by forcing him to watch Twilight.
Helldiver KIA deploying replacement. Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
It will happen.
Kaiju number 8, I have read that. Yes, very good.
Extraction
I read a lot of Korean stuff though. The Korean manhwas are, in my opinion, mostly better, but a lot of them are like all just the same topic.
Liberty has seen you through.
Oh, nice. You went to Forks on vacation. Excellent. It looks like a beautiful place, to be fair. It's definitely my kind of place.
Did I watch or read Tower of God? Can't even remember that one. Probably read it at some point. I literally sometimes was like, when I can't sleep, I'll just browse some manga or manhwa, whichever one. I'll just browse and read and check it out and try. I've tried so many of them, but like, I'm getting kind of tired because the Korean ones are all like, I suddenly became a hunter and a solo necromancer. There are like 3 to 5 of them about solo necromancer. All the other ones, it's all about school bullying. And then there's the school bullying with a magical system that makes you better. So I was like, okay.
Eye out for more
Lots of weird shit going on. The last one that was like relatively unique, I can't even remember what it was, but was it Get Schooled? Yeah, that one's or True Education, whichever one you want to call it. That one was pretty good. Ninja Floss, your wife's having you watch Korean shows. Lol, what a nerd. Nah, me and Kaz, we watch Star Wars like real cool people.
Yeah, actually, if you like watching Korean shows, there's a Korean show we both agreed on. So good.
Hellpods Prime.
In case she cut out for some people, she was trying to talk about Kingdom.
Engaging orbital thrusters.
Thank you.
No problem. I knew what you were gonna say, but I heard the cutout.
Orbit
Mhm.
synchronized.
Yeah.
Hellpod launch initiated.
K variety and competition's good. K drama can suck it. Listen, I'm not a fan of K drama anyway. I prefer to watch
No.
my cartoons and whatnot.
I think if 14 to 25, I think a lot of, that's kind of like the K drama sweet spot. And then you just kind of, I think if you're a bit older, a bit like that's a bit childish for me.
Lol.
I've never been able to sit down and actually concentrate on. I'd be like, no, this is not for me. But maybe it's because I'm not into that kind of thing anyway. Like, I'm not a romance type person. I'm an action girly. Give me all the action.
Yep. And hence why I prefer your company. Now, speaking of action, give me what I want. Give me what I want. Give me what I want. Give me what I want.
Triumphs of a tyranny
You give me what I want.
The extraction
Give
shuttle
me what I
awaits your
want.
request.
No, I give you what you want all the time.
Okay, what do you want from me?
You give me nothing.
Yes, so give me what I want.
Extraction request confirmed. Shuttle inbound.
No, maybe if you ask me once every now and again instead of demanding.
Ask you. Wah.
ETA
Oh no, imagine.
I know, right?
Imagine being
Wah.
polite.
I know. Politeness
Could never.
cannot integrate into
Never.
system. Okay. May I please have it? There we go.
Democracy!
Wow, denied.
That's probably going to be the first and only time I ever hear that. I didn't deny, I never answered.
Oh, I thought you said no.
No, I didn't answer.
I see, okay. So, may you please give me them, or I will die.
Yeah. Yeah, you can have them in a while.
Okay. Currently taking
Because
notes. I
I'm about
ventured
to run off for dinner.
Sure. I can wait till after
Lol.
dinner.
Yes.
Depends on what you're taking notes on. You talk like this to most people, you will die. This is not the way.
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
Saddam, maybe an anime on Helldivers. If there was an anime on Helldivers, I'd watch it, I suppose.
I'd watch that. I would 100% watch that.
But the voice lines
Think
have
of
to
a
be
story
as
like
cheesy.
that would be so cool.
The voice
Yeah,
lines
as
have to
what-
be as
What's it called?
exactly.
As
Pelican 1 landing sequence.
No, no,
was
just the
it
same
called?
voice lines that we have in the game. But I know you're talking
No,
about
no, no.
Starship
What was that
Troopers.
movie? Starship Troopers. Yeah, has to be that level of cheese.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1
They just have to have the same voices that they have in this game. It's fine.
Victory was never in doubt.
Right, that's me off for now.
Okay,
I
bye.
will probably
Mm-hmm.
come back and put you back on screen, but I don't think I've joined Discord back because so I will see you after stream.
That's okay. No worries. Don't forget to give me the side order that I asked for, okay? When you're back. Thanks.
I will
Bye.
if you're good. I will if you're good.
I'm always
Bye.
good. Bye. They should get famous voice packs and they should get famous voices and release them as voice packs. That is what I think they should do. See you later, Nightshade. I don't mind them making more profit that way. I would pay for voice packs. Like a Johnny Rico voice pack, everyone would pay for that. Everyone would pay for, like, they should just get voice packs into this game so you're Helldiver. You don't have to change the appearance of the Helldiver or do a skin like COD or Fortnite, but get voice packs and you sell them for $5 or something. They would make so much money. Everyone would buy every single one.
Mission accomplished, Helldiver. One small step for democracy.
Think about it. If we had a Johnny Rico voice pack, is there a single person here who would not immediately buy that? What voices would you like to see in game? You know? I would love, like, it would make no sense. But why not a Snoop Dogg voice pack? A Star Wars voice pack? Yes, yes. Get me the Clone Trooper voice? Sure. Duke Nukem voice pack? They could collaborate with anybody and just do voice packs. Sell the voice packs for like $5, $6, $7, whatever the price.
Synchronized.
Alright, sell them for that, and then boom. Boom. They would be swimming in bank. If you wouldn't buy that, Saya, that's okay. I mean, a small percentage of the people wouldn't buy it, but I'm going to tell you, 50% of people will wail on the voice packs. I'd be one of those 50%. Richard, right there, you see? We would wail on the voice packs. So even though some people wouldn't, and that's okay, it's totally an optional choice, I would. Arnold voice pack, for sure. Why not? Why not? Johnny Rico is the main protagonist in Starship Troopers.
All the galaxy looks to you for salvation. Let nothing stand in the way of liberty.
Dude, a Palpatine voice pack? I would do it. I would take that. Why not a Palpatine voice pack? Like, I think that'd be super fucking cool. I want to replace. Can you imagine replacing your announcer with Palpatine.
Insurrection awaits.
Get to the Pelican, my young apprentice. Come on, that'd be so cool. They could collaborate. Yep, you could have a Ewan McGregor voice pack. You know, have Obi-Wan. Like, some people will be more suitable as like your mission announcer or whatever. It's like, you do realize you're within range of enemy artillery, don't you?
Shuttle inbound.
Like, come on, Obi-Wan saying shit like that, I would love it. I would love it. You know? It's like, or there's a detective tower and he's like, I think those enemies have spotted you over there. Come on, everybody would go crazy. I'm hoping the devs watch this. Okay, you are gonna be the. I mean, I agree that an Uo voice pack should be sold, but that's the only voice pack I will not buy. Will Smith, not really. I don't really want a Will Smith voice pack. I want a. What's that guy's name? Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker or Chris Rock voice pack would be fine. I think it's Chris Rock. It's one of the Chris's. But yeah. A Wookiee voice pack, dude. Nobody would buy that. Unless you just want to hear nothing but Wookiee sounds. But somebody will probably mod in a Wookiee voice pack.
ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
I do like to taste freedom.
Ah, Samuel L. Jackson would be an iconic voice pack. We must have that. Like, again, I don't understand. Why don't we have all this?
ETA T-minus 10 seconds.
Pelican 1 approaching pickup. This is Pelican 1.
Well,
preparing for
to be
touchdown.
honest, Saya, like, I think they should. They should seriously consider it, because with a diminished player base, and the fact that they cannot make as many sales, I think that they should. Not only would it incentivize a lot of people to spend,
Pelican 1 beginning
but
descent.
at the same time, I think it would be very, very good. And not only would it make things more fun in the game, but honest to God, it'd be quite good. I would consider purchasing it too, you know? Exactly. I think that cosmetics are a huge boost to most games, and right now it doesn't look like they're going to be making sales, especially with the Sony thing going on. And even if the controversy is resolved, it's going to take time for them to heal. If they did something big like that, not only would it potentially bring people back, but it would give them more funds to do even more deals with. That is what I think should happen. Monetization is never bad, but it must be clever monetization. It must be monetization that makes sense,
100%
you know?
survival rate. Very satisfying.
Oh, listen, getting
The enemy
Samuel
has
L.
launched a
Jackson and all
surprise
that,
attack
yeah,
on
it'll
one
be
of our
pretty tough,
planets.
but
It
hey,
needs our aid.
if that's what it takes. Besides, Sony's in charge. Surely they
One
can pull something together.
Hellpods primed. Engaging
If they
orbital
cook a
thrusters.
patch, they better hype people up for it. So I think a big statement saying we're cooking this patch would go a long way, because right now nobody knows what's going on, and I think it is still keeping people pretty scared. Like, people aren't feeling, you know, like, hey, can I really trust this company right now? Danny DeVito, sure. There's a lot they could do when it comes to the voice packs. There's a lot that they could do. I know they've said they're cooking, but it's still not something that's going all over social media just yet. A few things have gone out, but hasn't gained a lot of traction. And I should know because I'm on social media all day, every day, because now I make money from Twitter. So I feel that if they want this to go really, really well, They need to keep hyping it. They need to keep it at the forefront of everybody's minds on social media and all the other outlets so that people start talking about it. But they can only really do that after the Sony thing is settled. So I hope that thing gets settled quickly. Then they can really start focusing on the cooking. Because no matter how good the hype is, it's not going to mean very much when people are still concerned about other things. You know what I'm saying? That to me is the only big problem that they're facing right now. Ah, Deadpool, yes. We need Deadpool, but no, I don't want normal Deadpool, just so you know. I want the Japanese anime version of Deadpool. If in case you didn't know, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, the voice actor for Dio, yep. He did the voice of the anime Deadpool, and I need that specific voice. I don't care if it's all in Japanese. I will happily read subtitles for every single line, but I think we need that. I don't know if they've made any stealth changes, but Battle Titans can sometimes take one shot, but most of the time it will still be a two shot. But yes, you can technically one shot them if the rail cannon hits them just right. Unless you're telling me you're consistently one shotting them, then in that case you are some kind of legend. But I don't think they've made a stealth change in regards to that specifically just yet. But then again, I haven't fought Turbinates yet, so who knows? If they did, I think it would be a very pleasing change. A good change. Wando Peries. One Dope Aries. There we go. The reasoning for difficulty 1 is because you bank liberation faster. You finish these missions a lot faster as well. So you end up banking more liberation per hour. I don't know if you've seen the video, as in the #1 video that explains all this, but if you haven't yet, I will link you to the video, alright? I've always told people this is the most important video they'll ever master in their entire career, alright? As long as you study this video and memorize everything in it, you will become a god of understanding liberation, which is why you'll understand the method to my madness. If you really want something to succeed, spam the ones, and lo and behold, it will succeed. Literally doing that yesterday was what triggered ASER Pass to do so well. Because like me and the crew yesterday, we did nothing but spam level 1s for like 3 hours. And lo and behold, the liberation was banked. No problem at all, man. I'm here to help. I'm here to give people the real info. The true information. The nectar of the gods.
Sending down equipment package.
You're still tilted by the Quasar nerf? So am I. It was a silly nerf. Nerfing fun is dumb. They should not have done it. That's why their player count is in the toilet. I mean, yes, they have more than a lot of other games, but let's be real here. Player count is in the toilet. And if they want to see the player count rise again, they have to work hard on it. Laser over Quasar or nah? Just follow the meta builds that I posted. The Automaton meta build has not changed. Autocannon for regular missions, Quasar for defense. Laser cannon's okay, but the autocannon's still better than that. The only time laser excels over autocannon, because they nerfed the laser as well, is during the gunships. The laser is faster at dealing with gunships, but they did this stupid change where they made the laser do less damage against targets with large volume. So Hulks, things like that. I don't understand the logic why. Because the laser was designed for horde clear, the dev says. Like, why? Does anyone use the laser for horde clear? I don't think so. We used it to get rid of threats that were actually threatening us. So yeah, I feel that a lot of their change to the laser was also really, really dumb. It was one of the stupid dumb ones.
Mission at 10 minutes remaining.
Lots of colleges are going through finals. No, that would only affect a very small part of the population, Koromor.
You've done your duty. You may extract.
The player drop off is due to all the unfun things that they've done so far. and also the delisting. Like, people just don't have confidence in the game anymore. That's why they need a big win right now. If they can give themselves a big win by bringing confidence back to this game and make people realize that, hey, this is still a fantastic game, you know, they'll pull it back. But until they do that, no. That's why, like, One Dope Aries, if you watch more of the streams, like, not these ones where I'm spamming level 1s, but if you're watching the ones where me and my crew are, like, really taking on all the toughest challenges and stuff, you'll see that we almost never play with laser cannon. Every crew member has their own preferred weapon, but in general, the metal loadout, I'm the one that will always use only the metal loadouts, because having just one person be hyper efficient on the team makes a big difference. That, and also I don't get bored, because what's interesting for me is the interaction that I have with the crowd. Nah, Saya, you see, that is the naive logic, and I'm not, like, trying to be mean or anything, but I'm just gonna tell you straight up. That's the same naive logic that a lot of people who love Darktide, you know what they said? They said, oh yeah, listen, as soon as the next balancing patch comes out, lots of people will come back and check. You know what happened? Nobody came back. 0 people came back. You will have literally nobody coming back for that kind of shit. That's the problem. Some people might, but you're gonna get a very small percentage who will if there's no confidence in the game. This is why a lot of people don't understand, like, the science and the business behind all this. All it takes is one bad move to break trust, and when you've got no consumer trust, it doesn't matter what you release, because in the consumer's mind, you no longer exist. They're thinking about other games. And although games have a tough time retaining players, and a lot of people talk about other games having a tough time retaining players, why should this game be measured by other yardsticks when it was such a breakout success? For it to end up like other games is bad, because you know where other games end up? Just take a look at the finals. Free to play, and with what, 14,000 players right now, peak? It's underperforming. Nexon themselves have said it's underperforming. Player retention is actually not difficult. But the problem is that many devs do not understand business, and they do not understand what drives player retention. Whereas content creators like myself, we're struggling to retain the viewership on stream every day. Therefore we understand what drives player retention. The number one thing is fun. It's fun. It's all about fun. If people are not having a good time, they just won't watch. Like right now, I have less viewers because people have become disinterested with the game. People who would check out my streams all day every day are no longer interested in checking out my streams all day every day, because they're not interested in the game. Therefore, you know, look, he's playing this game. I might support him with a membership, but I won't come back and watch the stream. You know, I'm not going to spend my 3 hours here, because they're going to spend their 3 hours playing a different game. They're going to spend their 3 hours playing a game that appeals more to them, you know? Welcome to the Cool Bots, by the way. Hey, Arcane. How you doing, friend? A balance update is not the same as introducing a whole enemy faction and worlds. Absolutely, Cody here. I understand that. But consumer confidence is very important. Consumer confidence is very important, because the people who have uninstalled are not going to reinstall the game just because an update came out. It has to be, they have to feel, number one, confident in the long-term survival of the game, and they have to feel like they want. And they have to feel like they want to come back. And of course, Saya, because you're enjoying the game, and that's okay. But from a business perspective, what we need to look is, how do we capture the people that are no longer interested in the game? Marketing campaigns, trust restored. People need to be talking about Helldivers again. Right now, people are so disinterested, they're no longer buzzing about Helldivers on social media. Do you know what happened when Helldivers first came out? Every social media post was all Helldivers, Helldivers, Helldivers. Word of mouth means so much, but when so many people express disappointment in Sony and so many people are still blocked from playing the game, people feel disinterested. You know, there has to be a buzz. This is why I was saying earlier in the stream, even though I don't like the creators that only do, solo Helldive clear, this is how to do a full clear and all that, and now they no longer are capable of doing it because of the patrol changes and whatnot. And you know, I sort of had a little bit of a giggle at that. At the end of the day, it only hurts my business, because as much as I dislike their content and I don't jam with their content, the fact that there's less content being pumped out about Helldivers means that overall there's just less activity. And once there's less activity, even the YouTube algorithm slows down on pushing it. And when people stop seeing it everywhere, they stop thinking about it. This is the big problem. So I'm hoping that they understand this, but it's very difficult most of the time for the dev side to understand the business side. From the business side, they need to push that marketing, they need to push the word of mouth, they need to recover trust. So if they recover trust and then drop the Illuminate, dude, you're gonna see a huge surge, you know? Yep, you need to keep it fresh. So, but before you keep it fresh, again, first thing, they need to recover the goodwill. if they don't recover the goodwill, they're gonna see lower and lower peaks every single time, and it doesn't matter what you release. You will end up in what we call a downward spiral, which is the exact same thing that happened to Darktide. It didn't matter what they did at that point. I was so hyped for one of the Darktide patches, like Trader's Curse, and then after that they went radio silent. Trader's Curse, which should have brought back a special assignment with its own title and things like that. On day one, there were 14,000 people playing, and then by the very next day, 12,000, and then it dropped off throughout December, holidays and things like that, because they knew that Fat Shark was going on holiday. Now they expected things to pick up again in January, and for a short time things did pick back up in January. Then they let the community down. So once you lose trust, nobody comes back, and you end up in a downward spiral. Believe me, guys, I am a businessman. I care about my profits most of all. And when a game starts to fail, it affects my profit margin. Then I have to suffer for months and months and months and do something that's not, like, barely gonna make me rent. It sucks. It sucks ass. And it's hard to feel, oops. And it's hard to feel excited about that. Sometimes even I miss the Quasar and now have to wait for the 15 seconds. Oh yes, Critical. I remember those days. I was here since launch. And because Phil bought me the game, and then it was just crazy seeing the 400,000 players. We will never recover that level, but they should have stopped this downward spiral last month, not now. Now it's like, because a downward spiral is like a current. You know when you go into rapidly moving water, and you're just dragged along by the current, and you're just, as Linkin Park would say, caught in the undertow. It's so hard to get out of that. It's so hard to get out of that. And trying to dig yourself out of that is so difficult because you're paddling against the current. You're trying to swim back upstream. It's painful. It's painful. The game is still awesome, WMW, but the problem is there's no players. What am I gonna do streaming to 4,000 people? Like, I will literally barely get 10 or 12 at my stream. Maybe some of the people who used to watch me on Darktide will tune in again, but I'm barely gonna get anybody. And I know that that is not the way, because I gotta make rent. So right now, you know, do you know that back when I was having 200, 300 viewers every single Helldivers stream, it felt so good. The super chats were flying, the memberships were flying. Oh, life was good, man. I knew I had to save up in those times though, because nothing good lasts forever. And lo and behold, self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, once I drop below, say, 60 viewers, it's gonna be rent struggles again. But that's life. You can't always have it always be good. Of course, I still hold to hope. If Arrowhead turns it around with something super fantastic, oh man, we're back in business. But I'm always prepared for all things. You know, I'm gonna start doing some other content, mostly focused on Diablo 4. I'm not gonna stream it, but I'm gonna focus on doing some videos on Diablo 4. What goes up must come down. It is the unfortunate truth of life, you know. But that's why it's such a struggle for even for full-time content creators like me. There's always gonna be a roller coaster up and down. I hope it does, my friend. I always hope for the best, but prepare for the worst. A good man must always prepare for the worst. Because the worst thing you can do to your family is have things go sour and have no plan. Alright? Even my backup plans have backup plans. That's how hardcore I go. Gotta make the bank. You see, I've been seeing a lot of social media posts about vehicles, the motorcycles, things like that. I can see that they're trying to cook, but do you know that the buzz is just not there? Do you know that last time when leaks came, like, a post within 1 hour would have like 200,000 impressions? Most people are just not even scrolling on Twitter right now. That's the problem. There's no buzz. Even when they're trying to showcase a couple of leaks and things like that, there's no buzz. Because even if something comes out that's fun, the player sentiment is that, oh man, these bikes are going to be so good, and then after that they're going to get nerfed. The players have lost trust. How does Arrowhead fix this? It's not a simple fix. It's not an easy fix. The only way is time and dedication. They need to do overtime every single day for the next 4 weeks and make sure that the next bouncing patch is a massive buff patch. I'm talking, don't give me 2 weapons that got buffed. No, every single weapon in my arsenal that has a pick rate lower than 75% gets a huge buff. Any weapon in the armory right now that is picked less than 75% of the time, buff it to the 9s. I don't care if it feels like the most overpowered thing ever, can one-shot everything in the game. That doesn't matter. Buff it to the 9s. That's the first step. You need to bring back a fun factor. Step 1.
We could not defend
And hey, if they tune into the stream, hopefully they'll learn.
But
you know?
we cannot give up. It is in the darkest night that the torch of liberty shines brightest.
Even this democracy officer is getting into it. Yeah, even in the darkest night, the torch of liberty shines brightest. You're right, pal. You're right. But yeah, we do need vehicles. I think that there'd be an excitement factor for people. But like I said, step by step. First, a massive buff patch. They need to also make a statement to players. When they drop the buff patch, don't just drop the buff patch. And again, although this didn't really work well for Darktide, it will work well here, and I'll tell you why. Because we need to understand the devs' mentality. The devs need to state to the players, we've changed our mentality. We're buffing all these because we want every gun to feel distinct and viable. They make a statement like that, I'm telling you, players are going to start hyping. But you still won't see a lot of players coming back. You'd see maybe a bit of an increase, but not a lot. I could be wrong on that, but this is my business experience speaking. You're not going to see a big increase. What'll happen first is that the trust starts to build. So then they need to keep the momentum going. They need to continue working overtime, drop the first vehicle. I don't care what it is, drop the first vehicle together with a fun event. Like this one planet has these vehicles. Everybody must take this planet and we're going to start getting vehicles to drive around in. First step, go. Drop the vehicle stratagem and make sure the stratagem is overpowered as shit. All right? I'm talking get as close to 100% pick rate as possible. Once that is done, next step again is to do another stratagem drop. They can hold off on the war bonds to do this. And when they hold off on the war bonds, they should make the statement to players that, hey, we're going to hold off on this war bond because we want things to be great again. So let us keep dropping these vehicle stratagems. Then, the third step, drop the new faction before the next war bond increases. And then the new war bond should help players against the new faction. And this is how you snowball momentum. This is how you bring momentum in. You know, you have to keep momentum going. But it has to be a series of feel-good changes. All right? Each change has to build upon the other and continuously feel good. Continuously feel good. And if they keep bringing that fun factor in, players will stay. Players will be like, man, I'm having the time of my life because I got on with my buddies for 2 hours. We were blasting shit. We felt strong. We felt like things. So we took a break. Next day we played something else and we came back again. But you have to understand there will not be instantaneous results. And as long as they have that mindset and understand that, okay, it's not going to be instantaneous, but we are slowly going to build that trust, they will build that trust.
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods primed. Engaging orbital thrusters.
Overpowered but unique. You're right. That is the way. Because every weapon needs to feel
Orbit
distinct,
synchronized.
viable, useful, potent, powerful. We can all blame Sony, and we should. This was literally their fault. But at the same time, Sony's not going to fix this. Arrowhead, unfortunately, no matter how much we want to blame Sony, they're the ones that got to fix this. They're the ones that have to sit down and say, okay, how are we going to turn this around?
Launch initiated.
And even then, Dopsy, that is not a live service game. They had to cook for years to become like that, but this is a live service game. Unfortunately, they got no time to take years to cook because they got to cook now. And once all the content creators lose interest in playing your game will downward spiral again. Content creators need the profit motivation for content creators has to be there, right? All the people buying views, they're not going to spend the hundreds of thousands of dollars to buy their views if they know that they're not going to get the returns on it. Right now, they're like at first they'll be getting a lot of returns on it, super chats, things like that. I don't buy the views because obviously the effect is multiplied for me, and I'd rather have real organic views. But even if they don't, what happens is that the algorithm says there's less Helldivers content being out there. Like I said, it's not going to get pushed as much. They need to create the positive spiral again. The only way they're going to do that, they don't have years. They've got next week. So next week better hit hard. And if they need to delay the next patch, then they better explain why. Because Arrowhead got very ambitious. They said 1 war bond every month. And look at the result. Sometimes it's better to take a step back if you want to take a step forward. That's what I always tell people, which is why right now I'm so keen on revisiting Diablo 4. Because I think taking a step back would be the right choice. Very difficult to do, Curtis. Very difficult to do. I can tell you that. Most game companies would be absolutely incapable of that, so they've got a long road ahead.
Deploying support weapon.
I mean, look at Pal World. 2 million players down to 15,000. A lot of people like to use Cyberpunk as the example, but I'll tell you, it's very different for live service games. I just say this because I've got a lot of experience seeing the bad side of most live service games. I mean, look at Diablo. It took them 4 seasons to finally even get some of their player base back. Helldivers doesn't have that long. They are much smaller studios, and that's saying something. Blizzard is AAA, technically. They've got a lot more hands on deck. Oh, Pal World didn't really die. It's just that everyone finished the game. Like, there was nothing else to do. So it's not really a live service. Let me have a look at Pal World right now. Oh, sorry. Yeah, they've got 28,000, not 15,000. So still some people playing. But like 3 months ago, they were at way higher. Like they had millions at first. But yeah. Yeah, they had 1 million, sharp drop off, and then they hovered around 100,000 for a while. Then now it's like down. That's normal. Like I said, it's not really a live service. Oh, absolutely. I fully agree with that. Creating a game is like having a baby, and you want the baby to succeed in life, you know? But sometimes this is one of the situations where like parents, they may not know what's best sometimes, you know? And when they don't know what's best, you get this. This is the result. This is the result of mommy and daddy having a couple of pretty negative life choices, you know? Valheim just dropped a major update. Valheim is a completely different genre, so I don't think it'll affect anything. That's like saying some people would have left this game for Diablo 4. It doesn't really matter. Valheim's big update that recently dropped, they had around 28,000, and they've doubled it to about 43,000. So yeah, it's pretty good, but again, those 20,000 didn't come from Helldivers. So other games dropping updates usually has minimal effect on the game's player base. It might have an effect on a small portion. I'm talking less than 1% usually, but usually no. Again, I say this with a lot of experience. I've seen it happen. In fact, one of my first times consulting, I said, when Diablo 4 was about to release, I said, hey, maybe this other game shouldn't. I was telling this other game that I was working with at the time, maybe you shouldn't release your patch right now. Diablo 4 is literally about to drop, and you guys are dropping at the same time. I'm pretty sure that's going to be a negative. And then the dev actually took the time to, or the marketing guy took the time to explain to me why that doesn't matter. And he said that while it may have some effect, usually the corporate standard is, and the corporate standard is actually true, 1 to about 5% of players might be affected. But if a game's update is good, then irrespective of what other game is releasing, usually it does stand, assuming it's good though, it does stand to capture more of the target game's initial audience. So yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely, Sadan. I think if, like, right now, their biggest goal should be bring back fun, maintain the player base. They need to stop the player base from dropping. That's the key. It needs to balance out, like, there needs to be a balanced turnover. Those people coming back in need to balance those that are getting back out. And once they reach that stable state, they will be set in stone. People do like survival games, but I'm not a huge fan. That's Arcane's territory. But Valheim is also not my thing. I like my games to look beautiful, and they should be filled with action. So much action that I die from the action. That's the way to enjoy a game.
Hellpods Prime.
Yeah, if you like survival games, go for it. It's not my genre. I absolutely hate them. Anything that has a mechanic that requires me to eat food, I'm like, no. Take your food and take... When I get into a game, my character is this powerful. And I refuse to have my power reduced just because I forgot to eat a meal. If I want to eat a meal, I'll do it in real life and I'll go eat something tasty. I do not need to do real life chores in a video game. That's my take on it anyway. Let's use the laser cannon for a while, just for fun.
Hell pod launch initiated.
Yeah, critical, I can understand that. Some people will not come back until all that stuff is introduced, but even then, most of the time people who say stuff like that don't usually come back anyway. Because in their mind, they're already not locked in, you know? They're already not locked in, so I'm just glad that other stuff is coming out, like First Descendant coming soon, so that should be pretty good. Diablo 4 with a little bit of new life in it should be pretty good.
Might of the Helldivers.
Deploying equipment package. Sending down support.
Yeah, they'll probably play for a week and get bored. The fact is that there has to be a fun factor that keeps people playing. Most of the casual players will not stay long. Like, these people I don't really worry about. It's the casual players that do stay long but are no longer having fun with the game. Once you lose those, very hard to bring them back. But if they do come back, they will stay for a while. So, yeah. You know, I can't remember who suggested it, but I still agree with it. I think that the balanced devs should be forced to play the game at least 4 hours per day. If they do not have fun within those 4 hours, they need to start balancing what will make the game fun. On Helldive, yes, Mr. Putz, on Helldive. They need to play the game at the highest difficulty level, and if they cannot beat it consistently and have fun while doing it for 3-4 hours, like, they don't have to do the session every day, but each week they need to be forced to play the game. 3-4 hours, balanced dev plays, and no players to carry them. No. Balanced devs only. Small team, too bad. Rope some other devs into it. But this team, 4 hours. Sit down, play your own game. If they don't play their own game and start balancing, it's like a streamer saying, I've added this to my stream, and they don't watch their own streams. Do you know that I watch my own streams back? I watch my own streams back to see, am I interacting correctly? Am I trying my best here? How do I sound? How does my mic sound? Do I look okay? Do I sound okay? You know, am I performing okay? Am I bringing the entertainment value? I do that all the time. Like, what improvements can I make? That's why I added this audio improvement to my stream, so that, you know, it's a bit more lively. It looks a little better, you know? And that is why they need to do this. Exactly. If they don't play with patches they intend to drop or whatever, it doesn't count. I think that that's a silly way to do balancing. If they really want balance to be a thing, play your own game. Before balancing anything, you play your own game. You play your own game and you tell me what needs to be changed. The first time they nerfed the railgun, they should never have nerfed it. Although, like I said, hindsight's 2020, we know better now. They should have buffed all the other options to be like the railgun instead. If balancing devs justify the nerfs after playing 3-4 hours, then okay, that's fine. But they need to show the footage. They need to show the footage. 3-4 hours on Helldive, play your own game. You prove to me that you can do it, then I'll say, okay, fair enough. And they need to be having fun while doing it.
Freedom forever! My life for Super Earth!
Them not trying their own product, well, that's the wrong way to do it. You must always try your own product no matter what.
Say hello to democracy!
Failure to do that leads to poor quality and a lack of trust. It's not cool or aloof, especially when it comes to video games, you know. 'Cause I know that there are some movie actors that don't watch the movies that they act in, so they don't know what the final is like. They're just working their job, but it's very different for game development, especially for live service. You don't play your own shit, then you don't deserve to be a dev. Go play your own shit. You stare me in the face after you played 3-4 hours on the toughest difficulty. You tell me, did you have a good time? If you can tell me straight to my face, yes, we had a good time, and you've got the proof to show me, I have nothing to say anymore. I'll accept it. There are lots of different buffs that made weapons viable. Blitzer is one of them, but I believe the Punisher's buff made it very viable for lower difficulties, which was really good. But a lot of others were mostly nerfs, yeah. Excuse me. The Scythe buff. Sorry, the Scythe buff too. Scythe is not as mainstream, but it's way better against automatons than it was before. I don't know why they got it nerfed. Like I said, the balancing devs thought to themselves that they were doing the right thing, but they were balancing this game like it's a PvP when it's a PvE, and everybody already saw that. They were like, "This is a PvE game. Why are you balancing it like it's PvP? Like there's somebody gonna get affected?" No, keep the fun. Keep the fun. And yes, there was a small group of players, but I think they overreacted because a small group of players were like, "Oh, if you got, you know, the breaker and the railgun are the best. Anyone not bringing this gets kicked from the teams." But to solve that, just host the game yourself. Like, that was such a non-issue, and they should never have fallen for that. But I think sometimes devs of new games, they jump the gun, especially because this is a small studio. And the balancing dev we now have learned ruined Hello Neighbors 2 by bad balancing. So he clearly went from one small studio to another small studio, just doing his job of being terrible, and there you go. That's the result. Sometimes people who are a vocal, and I mean a very vocal minority, they will ruin games because they seem like they're speaking with the voice of the people, but in actuality they're just a minority of idiots. And that minority can still be like 10, 20,000 in size, but that's still a minority because back then we had over 400,000 players. Who cares what 10, 20,000 had to say? But sometimes devs take that serious, and well, they shoot themselves in the foot. It becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Always get high on your own supply, yeah. I hope, Roland, that they've learned, and I hope that the CEO has talked some sense into them. They have said that there's been lots of internal meetings, and they need to understand that at first they could probably say, "Oh, it's natural player drop-off," but I think at this point they can see it's not natural player drop-off. Their game is just unfun. I'm still having fun because I'm still making money streaming this. But the day it stops making money, I'll move. Plain and simple. Unsafe mode should have a 2x power increase. In fact, it's a railgun. What they should have done right from the start was buff it even more. The railgun should go through multiple enemies. I don't care what they say anymore. They've gotten to the point where the game is so unfun. I mean, if a plasma gun in Darktide, plasma, can go through multiple targets, there's no way a railgun can't. Railgun should cleave through multiple targets. It should be the ultimate cleaving weapon. Heavy damage, heavy cleave.
Extraction complete.
Well, I'm just spamming level 1s on Airseer Pass. It's down to about 4 hours. We need to claim this ASAP. That's all.
Liberty has seen you through.
We had reinforcements ready, but you didn't need them. Excellent work.
Still here, still spamming. Good, Ninja
Helldiver.
Floss. That's the way.
A second
So am I, buddy.
galactic
So am
war
I.
is upon us.
We're down
The
about 4
bugs
hours.
and
We can do
bots
this.
Both menace democracy's heart.
Wait. Ah, illegal broadcast
One.
station. I get a break.
Coordinates locked. Hellpod prime.
Dude, Dave Bane, like, it makes so much sense. If a plasma, like I said, if a plasma gun can go through multiple targets, a freaking railgun can too. So why aren't they doing that? I don't know. I do not know. Maybe somebody can figure out something for me somewhere.
Synchronized.
But it seems to me that they lack an understanding. How's the lungs feeling? Terrible, but it's fine. If I don't work, I don't eat, right? So, gotta work. I'll survive. At the very least, I get to talk with all of you. That's nice. So, I'm not really doing anything too strenuous. Gotta earn my keep somehow. Listen, Cody, that's okay. Like, if you're a fan of this game and you're enjoying it right now, of course you'll think that it's fun. But, quite frankly, the player numbers tell a different story. So you, on an individual basis, might think it's still fun, but quite frankly, it's not. And you have to be objective about these kinds of things. My job as a content creator is always to be objective, and the player numbers tell me that story. The player numbers and the sentiment of the people on social media, on all these other outlets, they're all echoing the same thing. The game stopped being fun. So although there'll always be people having fun, and again, I'll use Dark Tide as an example. As a content creator, I've seen this happen millions of times before. There'll always be people who told me, even when Dark Tide was in a negative spiral, the game's still super fun. I love gameplay loop. I'll be here forever, and they're still there. They're part of the 4,000 people still playing it till the bitter end because they enjoy the game, and that's good. But the hardcore player base isn't going to support the salaries. And you know what Dark Tide has turned into? Selling cosmetics every week. That's it. There's no real content coming out. There's no fun. It's just selling cosmetics, and the hardcore players buy it every week. There you go. I don't want this game to turn into something like that. I don't want this game to become that. I want this game to be better because we've seen the potential right at the start.
Deploying equipment
And it is
package.
not living up to its potential right now.
ETA T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
I want this game to be the best. And that's what any true content creator who supports a video game should want. They should want the game that they support to be the best. And that means telling the game the harsh truths. Unfortunately, players are not having fun. Cody, I'm glad you're having fun. In fact, several of you in my streams are probably only watching this because you still have fun with the game. You like checking out the content. You like hearing the discourse. You like being a part of the environment, which is good. Which is good.
ETA T-minus
But
1 minute.
they're not going to be able to support a studio or the quality of this game on just a few hardcore people.
I do like to taste
I once predicted the base number of players was going to be around 90,000, but this was before the Sony fiasco. When the Sony fiasco hit, I'll tell you, my prediction for the base number of players, I'm gonna see a low point of like 20,000. Yeah, it's gonna be that bad. I believe we're gonna keep dropping until we hit about 20,000, if they don't reverse course.
ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
Why did it stop becoming fun? Because the weapons are unfun. They keep nerfing all the good weapons. So if you bought it like a month ago, they've already been through so many nerfs. The community is tired of that. The community is tired of finding a nice, fun combination or getting something good like the Quasar. The Quasar was a great weapon when it released. Then they nerfed the cooldown by 50%. That's an insanely harsh nerf for no reason at all. The Quasar is still one of the only choices for certain missions because it's faster to use. Like, assuming you don't have friends, what are you going to use? You're going to use the recoilless? You can't do a team reload by yourself. So yeah, the core game is amazing, but the fun factor has been lost. So if you want to know why it stopped being fun, go on Reddit, go on social media, read all the posts from all the people claiming, and see why they say it. A lot of it is garbage, yes. And yes, social media is a cesspool, but if you sift through the garbage, you'll see that there's a core of truth to all of these posts. People are tired of the nerfs. People are tired of the war bonds coming out, spending the super credits, and then the war bond doesn't have anything new, unique, or distinct in it. Exactly, you stay away from Reddit and social media, but I don't do that. A lot of people say, oh, I stay away because, you know, it's bad, but have you ever thought that despite the stupid statements that people make, there's always a core of truth, a special core of truth that many people miss. And because you miss the core of truth, a lot of people just don't understand. And then one day the game suddenly has no players and like, where did everybody go? The game's still fun. No, it's not. No, it's not. Because you're not taking into account the opinions of thousands of other people in there. Most likely everyone that's still left right now, Dobbsy, is more patient than most. But I'm going to tell you, We don't live in a patient society anymore. Everybody wants everything now. And unfortunately, everybody has to live up to that expectation. Whether it's a content creator, a dev, whatever. We all live under the same expectations. That means that the second something becomes unfun, the second things turn around, people will drop it like a hot potato. That's it. And will they ever pick it back up? No. That's the other problem. So you can't have bleed like this. They're literally hemorrhaging players relative to what they had. And that is always a very bad sign. Sure, the fans will still enjoy it. I mean, that's why you're here at my streams. You're literally here at my streams because you want to check out one of the few content creators still streaming this game and still playing this game on a regular basis. That's why most people are here. Let's be honest about that. A lot of content creators stopped. A couple of weeks ago, people already started telling me, hey, I've seen some of the other content creators have already stopped playing the game. And eventually, once their favorite goes away, they're not going to come to my streams. They'll come to my streams a couple of times, but they don't vibe with me, and they never did in the first place, which is why, you know, they weren't here to begin with. And they left too. So that's how it goes.
Hellpod launch initiated.
Flaky Summers, you don't know. There's a whole controversy about it on social media. Again, y'all listen, y'all gotta stay connected with the world, damn it. Be on social media every day for 7 hours a day, okay? That's the way to live a healthy life. And also to give yourself anxiety, as you all should. If you are not having a panic attack 24/7, then you're not a real human being. I'm just kidding. But anyway, Sony basically delisted this game in 180 countries. So there you go. Long story short, big delisting fiasco. Why? Because people all over the fact that they wanted people to link their PSN accounts. People weren't going to do that. And several countries literally cannot legally link the PSN. So there you go. Then that kicked off a lot of lack of goodwill. And then immediately after that, big nerf patch. So once one of the few fun weapons called the Eruptor got nerfed, bada bing bada boom, nobody wants to play this game anymore. And I don't blame them. Because it feels like dog shit. Every time you get something powerful or it feels super strong, feels really fun to play with, boom, taken away. Who's gonna keep playing a game like that? We all live in a world full of entitled player ones. Yep, too bad. You can feel whatever way you want about it, but nobody gives a shit how anyone feels about it because the fact is, you want to make some money? Then you cater to that. You don't cater to that? Fuck off. You're gonna make no money and you can go live in a mom's basement for like ever. Like, that's just the reality, you know? I'm not trying to offend anyone, but look, I've been in this industry for a long time. That's how it goes. The second you don't cater to the majority, your game's done. Good luck. And you can live with your hardcore player base, like Darktide is doing right now. You know, I have been trying to save that game for a long time. I said, we need fun, we need fun, we need to do this, we need to do that. Lo and behold, here I am on a different game now because they didn't listen. They couldn't bring the players back. Here we are. Sony cannot stop taking L's, and I don't understand it either because I was an accountant. I was in business. I have helped to consult with companies. I have helped to assist companies for a long time. And whenever some dumbass director makes a decision that goes against profit, you know what I tell them as an accountant? I do it in more polite terms, but I ask you, are you stupid? Are you a dumbass? This is going to reduce your profit. Why are you doing this? Oh, because we want more market share. Is this really going to increase market share? You cutting into your own profit margins is not going to increase market share because your product is going to be deemed inferior. It's going to be deemed shit. And then people are going to start making comparisons. And once word of mouth gets around that your product is not fun, what are people going to do then? They're going to leave. They're going to walk out the door. What about the social media influencers who are talking about your product? And you cannot control that by saying, oh, we're only going to sign social media influencers that are going to talk well about your product. No, they're not. Because there are going to be people out there who are social media influencers who are not under contract with you. They still make money from YouTube and whatnot. They can buy your product, try it, and give an independent review, which is exactly what's going to happen with Marvel Rivals. Because Marvel Rivals has a creator team that they said cannot disparage the game. Okay, then other people, like somebody's just going to probably at some point say, hey, here's $40, go review Marvel Rivals. And I'll say, okay, I'll take the job. I'll take the job and I'll give it an honest review. And I'll say, is it fun? No? Okay, there you go, honest review. Boom. You cannot stop honesty and truth in the world of social media because somebody somewhere is going to find out.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
King Raven, you're going to go turn on your panic mode 24/7? You go sane in a couple days? Absolutely, man. Absolutely. The industry is dying? Doubt it. Still lots of money being made. Sony delisted 180 countries. Flaky Summers. You might want to go read up on the controversy. You know, get educated and you'll just see how bad this whole thing went. Actually, this is not ranting. This is okay. But either way, I don't mind because this stream would be so boring if I wasn't even talking. So no matter what, like my throat healing, it's gonna take weeks. So either way, I'm still gonna have to talk. So I don't mind that. The fact is, at least I'm passing on knowledge. So, you know. Exactly. In the world of business, you want your product to reach the maximum number of people. Sony saying, oh, but you must link PSN, therefore we're going to delist 180 countries from buying on Steam. Are you stupid? I would have just taken the money and run. Who cares whether they have a PSN account or not? They're still buying your product. Oh, but we want players to link so that, you know, there can be rewards and policing. No, you don't. No, you don't. If you wanted people to link for policing purposes, you would never have let the requirement go like this for such a long time. It's all bullshit that they came up with. And quite frankly, stupid bullshit. What I would have done, if I was them, and this would probably have been a lot smarter,
Aside from the below average
I would,
sample
without
growth,
saying anything,
of course.
I would have started dropping cosmetics, saying that if you link your PSN, you get these cosmetics free. And I would have done like a lot of drops for this over time, at regular intervals. That's all I would have done. That's all. And lo and behold, people would have signed up for free. And then people who couldn't in PSN restricted countries, well, too bad.
Engaging orbital thrusters.
Give them a way to buy the cosmetics then.
Orbit synchronized.
Oh no, listen, Max, you can go ahead and play the game the normal way. Up to you. Like I said, I don't give a shit what people do. Go play it the way you want to play. I'm just gonna do this because I want to secure the victory. I'm tired of losing. Because we don't have the number of players. We don't have the player base to do it the regular way. PSN was required from day one, but you and I both know Cardigan's rule. It was never enforced that way. So, whatever the problem of the past is irrelevant. It is where they are at now. And where they're at now, they had to backpedal on it. And even then, no recovery. I do not use exploits, nor do I have any knowledge on exploits, Drakir. Anyone using infinite grenades would be kicked from my team in a heartbeat. So, I'm not the type of streamer that uses or, you know, even talks about exploits. Please find somebody else to watch for that kind of shit. Because no. Exploits are no-no. No matter what game it is, no. Exploits are bad. And I will never support exploits at all. If you want to beat a game, beat it for real. Bugs cannot be helped. Exploits are deliberate. And we would never do that here. That's my professionalism. Helldiver, eat bot. How would you eat the bots? They're literally made of metal. Lol, Roland. Well, I did hear, at least, that I think the game was relisted in a few countries, but it was just the American territory. Somebody brought that up yesterday. I hope it's true, and I hope that it's the first step towards relisting of everything. I do not support exploiting, hacking, or cheating in a PvE game. There was this one guy who could set up 4 turrets at once. I saw him do that in my game, and I immediately kicked him. I don't care. His gameplay experience is not important. The second you decide to play a game outside of the normal way, then that's it for me, man. No, it's not a bug. It's an exploit. A bug is something that exists without being triggered. An exploit is something that you deliberately trigger. And infinite grenades, you have to trigger it. This is the line that all professionals know. So, sorry, but you're never going to catch me dead talking about it or using it. Again, please do not even talk about it on my stream. Alright, this is not the place to discuss that. And I'm not going to argue the semantics of it either. It's an exploit, plain and simple. If you want it, please go elsewhere. This is not up for debate.
Get some! Get some!
Same for me, Corrupt Minds. Same for me. I once saw a guy doing that and booted him straight away. Doesn't matter if he's a team player, doesn't matter how good he is on comms. Nope. You use that, you're out. I'd rather fight without you. That's the only problem. Infinite nerfs. I hope they finally reverse course mags. I really do. And they also need to correct this whole liberation thing. It should not be faster to liberate by playing 1s than it should be for a whole squad playing 9s. That just makes ridiculously no sense. They need to incentivize players to take on the challenge of playing together, to bring people together. So I hope that they change that in future mags. I understand how boring it is to just do this. If I didn't have you guys to talk to, I would not be doing this. This is boring as shit. But hey, if that's what it takes to win, I will do anything to save this game. I will do anything to try and turn the sentiment on this game around. If that means maybe we can give the community a small win by winning this major order, I'll do this. 4 of the same turret, Tigerfish. 4 autocannon turrets instantaneously. In a row. Gun drone versus laser drone. Is the gun better for automatons? Not really. The problem is that the gun runs out of ammo, but it's less likely to shoot you in the head. The rover will shoot you and practically become the automaton's ally, but quite frankly, it never runs out of ammo, which is a big plus. But yeah, 4 different turrets is fine. Like, if he dropped 4 different turrets, it would not have been a hack. He was hacking so blatantly because he dropped 4 autocannon turrets instantaneously right in front of our faces. All of us saw it. It was caught live on stream in 4K. We banned the guy and I sent a report straight out. Yeah, King Raven was here for that shit. It was funny. Yeah, like, no. But so far, I must say, I've only encountered 1 hacker in all my time. Maybe because I mostly only play with my crew. I rarely play with randoms, but yeah. Most of the time, I don't encounter hackers. Even when we do have the occasional rando. But, whoa, that guy was blatant. That said, hacking in a PvE game doesn't get sadder than that. How the fuck? I don't know what kind of hacks they were using. Some kind of weird shit. But hell, there's people that hack the game, call themselves Joel, and will drop vehicles or leak stuff for people. FYI, that's not Joel. That's literally just a hacker doing it. So...
Pelican 1 approaching pickup. This is Pelican 1 preparing for touchdown. For Liberty!
Oh yes, we've done that before. It's pretty crazy, Bane.
Today you carved another foot in a long climb to liberty.
Well, if that's how they feel, I mean, they can do that. But just that they will be kicked out of any reasonable team that does not support that. So, there you go. All lasers? Sure, why not? Lol, Sam, I hope you reported that guy.
Mission accomplished.
Why not? Why not?
You're doing democracy's work.
The enemy is attempting to seize one of our planets. We must join the defense. Operation.
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods primed. Engaging orbital thrusters.
I hope Joel does helldive, because if Joel helldives, although maybe not with us, but if he at least helldives with some of the other devs, they would know how to campaign a bit better. And I think that that's what they should do. Okay, laser maxing out. All laser-based stuff. Sure. Sure. Laser cannon. Laser backpack. I'll even bring a quasar for no reason. Okay, here's the dagger. And then here's the scythe. There you go. This is what you want, right? All lasers all the time. There you go. I am gonna bring my light gunner set though. There.
Launch initiated.
I'm pretty sure that was the hacker, Dobsy. As far as I know, Joel has not officially dove with any of us. Okay. Let me get my hands on my laser cannon. Guard dog rover. Alright, let's go. Laser maxing time.
We knew you'd come.
I mean, he may have. I could be wrong for all we know, Dobsy. But, like, most likely the only time Joel would have probably done it would have been if he was rolling with, like, one of their paid streamers. Like, when the game first started, I know that they had some deals with some streamers. I think Shroud was one of them. To play this game for a bit. So, brought in a lot of extra eyes, a lot of extra souls.
We knew you'd come.
I'm just gonna remove that. I've already said we're not discussing it. So, my guy, look, drop the whole exploit thing. It is not a topic of conversation here. I've already said it. This is not a stream for that kind of thing. Regardless, all right? Anyone persisting in discussing exploits or things like that in this place, unfortunately, I'm sorry, but I will get a mod to remove you. Alright, I have my professional standards because don't forget I'm not just a creator for this game, I create for other games as well, although I'm not playing them at the moment. So I have to uphold my professional standards. Withhold, lol. Yeah, you finally got one, Jackson? I'm doing this stupid evacuate personnel. Boring ass shit. But at least I got people to talk to. They should rework the war impact. Like, dude, they need to make it so that on Helldive, like if I'm spending 1 hour Helldiving with a crew, then my whole crew should be making a huge fucking impact. Not my whole crew does level 1s and we make 4 to 5 times the impact than we do on a Helldive. That's ridiculous. That's stupid. That's not how this game is supposed to work. They are relatively long, but not that bad. They're kind of bad, but not that bad. I think I killed a civvy. Whoops. Oh well.
We knew you'd come. My life for Super Earth.
It is super counterproductive because you want to challenge your players. You want to incentivize players to go to higher difficulty levels. Hell, even Darktide managed to do that, right? You go to higher difficulty levels, like, and you quick play them or stuff, you get like way more resources, things like that. But here, what matters is not resources, it's the impact. So I feel that on a Helldive, we should be contributing like crazy. A crazy operation, what is practically harder than a suicide mission, should have a massive impact on the war. So, like, how many times in history have we seen that one single operation has turned a whole part of a war around? I wouldn't say the whole war around, but at least a part of the whole war around. An entire series of battles could be turned over by one operation. So it would be realistic for us here to at least have something similar. it's like you're not incentivized to be good at the game. You're incentivized to be a mindless drone. Well, that is okay, actually. That part I understand. Because back when we had 300,000 players, they had to change the liberation system. Because what was happening was that literally NA was steamrolling everything, and then other regions weren't getting a chance with orders. And if other regions were having the orders on their time zone, then it was like almost no progress until NA and EU came on. So that was not fun for them, and that change was okay. But they really needed to increase the impact to the point that hell dives give you way more than doing level 1s. That must change. I would agree with that, Dobbsy. Like, that would be fine. Like, getting the current system, but just make it so that it counts for every player in the team. That would be great. That I'd be okay with. Dude, King Raven, they could do that, but the problem is that they would have to... What happens if you fail an operation? And that kind of system would encourage farming. That means eradicate missions would be the best way to deal with that. You know? So that system has its flaws too. I think that kills should count to an extent, but I think it should be on a map basis. So like, let's say you go on the map, right? There's a certain kill counter on the map that once you achieve it, you get a little bit of extra liberation, and the enemy spawns stop being so crazy once you hit that kill count. Like, because they've got to run out of reinforcements just like we do, right? They may have more, but they should run out too. They should have a reinforcement budget. I say that would be fair. Like, maybe after you get, like, say, on automatons, let's make it a reasonable figure. Let's say that once you get about 400 kills, right? It's the first stage slowdown, so a bit less reinforcements will come in. You reach 800 kills, then the reinforcements slow to a trickle.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
I mean, you could camp detector towers to get through it, but like, the idea should be to finish the mission as fast as possible while killing that to get a little bit of extra liberation. Maybe only extra liberation for getting the first amount done. Like, there's ways that it could be exploited, but maybe the detector tower could also be changed so that it only does one drop, and then after that it becomes easy to hellbomb. They could do it that way as well. They can create ways to create fun, but without farming, adding a need for farming. You know? Yep. So there's a lot of ways that this could go, but we'll have to see. I just hope that they understand that things need to change, and if they're willing to change, then it's good.
Mission accomplished without a single
Tacos and pizza?
It's a good
Pizza.
day for managed democracy.
Tacos are good, but
The
pizza.
enemy has launched a surprise attack on one of our planets. It needs our aid. This operation would
Mission coordinates locked.
I hope that they will release it after they buff weapons.
Engaging orbital thrusters. Orbit synchronized.
Okay, let's go. Pizza taco? Hey, go for it, man. Sorry, I must have missed the other challenge thing that people were trying to tell me, but I'm still gonna laser max.
Hellpod launch initiated.
Yeah, an enemy presence meter would be totally cool, total dude. Like, these kinds of minor changes would make the game a lot more fun.
Let them come. Let them brawl. Let them face the insurmountable might of the Helldivers.
down support weapon. Objective critical stratagem available. Sending down equipment package.
For prosperity!
They call this a horde clear weapon, yet it's barely horde clearing.
Deploying equipment package.
I think I've had that on Epic Games a long time ago.
My life for super
Epic Games got Dragon Age Inquisition this week, sorry. And it's the Game of the Year edition, so pretty cool. I think it was PlayStation only, Corrupt Minds. But it is on Steam. I definitely don't think it was PC only. Rather, it would have been a PC port at the time. I could be wrong, but that's what I remember. No, you can't see the total number of mobs, Tigerfish. You can see the mobs at that area, but not the total number of mobs. And we're talking about kills having an impact, Tigerfish. We're talking about positive changes that could be made to make this game more fun. And that's why we're talking about kills. We want to be able to see our kills having an impact on the operation. Because it can't be that they have an unlimited number of automatons to throw at us, right? Lol, Lord J. No. All Dragon Ages are good. It was a top-down shooter, yeah. It was effectively a twin-stick shooter. I believe that is more accurate expression.
You've done your duty. You may extract with honor.
Honestly, it was an interesting concept, but Helldivers 2 really expanded everything, and they really made this true Game of the Year material. But they need to get out the hole first. Once they get out of the hole, they'll be fine. Understandable. I would not have played Helldivers 1 either.
Extraction shuttle inbound.
Genuinely not my sort of game.
ETA T-minus 1 minute 30 seconds.
Well, of course you're not making an impact total, dude. Destroying all the factories increases your spawns right now. And, I mean, why did you think that it had an impact? It's the opposite way around right now. That's why we want the system that I was talking about, where it would have an impact. Right now, if you destroy fabricators, more automatons will spawn.
T-minus 1 minute.
That's how it works. You read the Reddit post, right? If you didn't read the Reddit post, I'll link you, but I thought everybody knew this by now. So yeah, the game system here is a bit backward. Well, there's a lot of leaks. I was seeing leaks for some anti-air rocket launcher that was not the airburst, it was something else. Didn't happen. So don't look at leaks. Leaks, you take them, you throw them in the bin because they may never come out. Arrowhead CEO himself has already said, if you're looking at leak material, just know it may never come out. I've seen leaks for the mech with 2 autocannon arms. Where's that? Like, a lot of this stuff has not come out yet, and we don't know when it'll come out. So don't follow the leaks, because leaks could be something that gets scrapped later on or changed later on, and you may never see it. I don't think so. I don't think the air-to-air is coming, because guess what? The anti-tank mines came way after those leaks. Way after those leaks. And we still don't have the anti-tank mines. The airburst came way after those leaks. Still don't have... Well, at least we got the airburst, sorry. But it wasn't as good as it was in the leaks initially. So, no. Don't be trusting the leaks now. Like I said, the CEO himself already said, the leaks may not come out. So you see a leak, you know, take it with a pinch of salt. Because it may not come out ever, or at all. Oh, I'm always on social media. I always see it. Sure, like the leaks all you like, but just know that for me, and especially on this channel, I don't discuss leaks anymore because there's no point. I feel that it's so disappointing to discuss a leak and then it may never come out. At first I was hyped, but then once the CEO made that statement and once I myself have seen certain leaks that didn't make it into the game, I was like, don't bother, because it's not going to matter and it's not going to change anything. I will wait till it's live, then I'll get hyped over it, or I'll wait until it's openly declared, then I'll get hyped over it. We'll probably get the anti-tank mines eventually, but it's like they did say, it's delayed again, so we'll see. Leaks help hype and growth, yes, but also no. Why not? Hate to bring up past experience, but again, past experience. In a very different game that I was playing, there were a lot of leaks, and when they didn't come out, you know what happened? It helped hype. But guess what happened when it didn't come out? It created disappointment. People started asking, where is this? This was leaked ages ago. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? And people will hound the devs for it. That's why devs actually, nowadays, most of the time, they'll make people sign NDAs and things like that to stop leaks from happening, because, especially if they have a test realm or test server, because once you don't put an embargo on that kind of content, once you let the content out into the public, what if things change? What if things have to change because they're not feasible or they just break the game system? The hype will turn to hatred very quickly. And once you lose that goodwill, once you lose that trust with your audience, same thing as the whole Sony thing. This is why I say I don't believe leaks help hype and growth at all. Leaks can help hype, but only if they're done smartly. As in, whatever's leaked must come out. If it's leaked and it's not going to come out, and I think that this is why the Arrowhead CEO himself had to step up and say, don't trust the leaks, because he knew that some of these would not be coming out, and it's just going to create disappointment. I'm still waiting on my twin autocannon mech. I'm still waiting for a mech customization or something like that. Anything that could help me make the mechs more useful, because the current mech don't feel useful. And if we start talking and hyping leaks on stream, what if people start tuning into content creators that talk about leaks? And then when it doesn't come out, people lose interest in your channel. You lose rep as well. I don't want that to happen, which is why I just follow their policy. Leaks? Nah, stay away from it. If people want to discuss it on other places, they can do so. I will wait until it's actually coming out, then I'll get hyped for it. I'll get hyped when it's actually out, when it's a real possibility, you know?
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods prime.
Essentially, yes.
Engaging orbital thrusters.
But I also feel that I don't want the devs to be pressured to make something that they may not be ready to release, you know? I want them to be ready and then bring it out.
Orbit synchronized.
That cape, I hope they get to release it soon, because I think people have been hyped for that Sony cape for a long time, and they need to be delivering that, or else, not gonna look good. But I don't know how their corporate masters will take it. I think if they release that leak cape, it might be seen as a bit of an attack against them, which I don't really want to see that happen. So I hope it'll be different. But yeah, I just hope that they will be able to deliver that. No problem, Ian. Happy to help. That's what I do. I only present honest information. Well, to the best of my knowledge, anyway. Things I cannot confirm, I tend to avoid. Cause no sense in delivering false hope. I love my leaks, but false hope. No, we can't have that now. We must make this game great again. You want a no cape option? That would actually be pretty cool if you could have a no cape option. Maybe in future. And look, I can imagine the devs having a lot on their plate right now. I 100% understand. But that's how it is. If you want to reverse course, once you're in a negative spiral, unfortunately, you know, and I've actually said this to other dev teams who got into that, I literally straight up told them, you want to reverse this negative cycle? Okay, here's what you tell all your employees. Starting today, all of you are going to work 14 hours per day. You're all going to work overtime. There is no negotiation on this. You want the studio to survive? Otherwise you walk. Because that's the only way you're going to ever get things to turn around. If you take the, oh, well, you know, like, or if your employees have too much power over you, well, you're kind of stuffed. So this is why gaming has to be about passion. Because when things go badly, the devs have to pull together, just like we have to pull together for the major orders. The devs have to pull together, no matter how much they may hate things, they have to encourage each other, keep each other going, and make sure shit gets done. Because that's how bad it is when things are bad. So I pray that the Arrowhead team stays tight-knit, stays strong, and can get through this. Because they're going to have to cook hardcore for a little while.
100 meters.
And every time something stupid like this happens, work-life balance ideally should go out the window. Focus on finishing the task. Then you can have work-life balance after that.
You've done your duty. You may extract with honor.
Shoulder cape could be pretty cool. There are lots of options they could include. And lol, you want to be Batman? Hey, nothing wrong with that, right? Be the Batman you want to be. Be the man-bat that you always knew you could be.
Extraction shuttle inbound.
Thomas Pete is the fastest way to bank liberation. This is literally the fastest method for getting liberation done. Have you watched the video on it? If you haven't watched the video about it, then you might want to watch and memorize that video. It is literally the most important video of your Helldivers career. Now, of course, if you don't want to do level 1s and you want to do normal missions, go for it. But for me, I really want to win this major order, no matter what. So for me, it's a small sacrifice for the community.
Have a taste of democracy!
For the sake of our people. Here is the link to the video, by the way, Mr. Thomas. Enjoy. Not at all, Tigerfish. My hell dive's probably tomorrow. But we'll see how far ASir passes. I will literally just mag dump on these level 1s until I get the result I want. Do I think they'll right the ship? I have faith. I have some faith that they will. I cannot say for certain, because nothing in life is certain. But I have some faith that they will. They seem to be trying to right the ship. As far as their Discord and social media has been, I think they're trying. So I'm willing to give them some benefit of the doubt.
Democracy prevails once more.
Yeah, the best way to help the war is to just do level 1s and spam them. Okay, Tractor, here's a thumb for you. Six hours. Reasonable. Most of the divers are on Heath, but Heath will be done in 2 hours. Lol, Gozu. Just make sure you watch the video. If you want to learn all the stuff, number one, come to the streams, ask questions. The streams will teach you everything you need to know, because we only give the best information. Then, See that video that I just linked? Memorize everything in that video. Do not mention any other streamers or content creators on my streams, Drakir. Alright? This is to avoid drama, but also, no thank you. We do not want to associate ourselves with anybody else. Saves on the drama, saves on that stuff. So, if you want to be here, no.
They
Okay,
operate.
raise the flag.
Coordinates locked. Help us.
This strat is only feasible due to the lower player count. I mean, technically it was still feasible even without the lower player count. When I first did the calculations in that video, it was based on the higher, it was based on the liberation of one per mission,
Synchronized.
I believe. So, I did account for the more populated times. But either way, it's still very different. It's still very effective. No problem, man. Happy to help.
Launch initiated.
So yeah, even back then, spamming ones was the fastest way. It's okay, Corrupt. A lot of people don't know this, but yeah. Look, like I've always said, if people enjoy other creators, they're welcome to enjoy that. You know, just don't mention it on my stream or that kind of thing. That's if you're here for the robot. You don't want to be here for the robot? They can walk and it's okay. I'm here with my community, my people. Nothing else. And I dropped on the wrong place, damn. Spam one in chat to aid the war effort. How's that gonna help me?
Deploying equipment package.
What do you think the average player level is at the moment? 70, 80-ish, probably. Dave Bain, first of all, never mention that game here. Why? You do realize that that game, again, I hate having to say this, but make sure you never talk about that game, uninstall that game, do not play that game. Why? The developers support racism against the Asian people, and they allow their partners to make threats of physical violence, harm towards families, all within the official Discord. I cannot support that. I tried to stick around even after that happened for the people, but you know what? It wasn't worth it. All it was doing is getting me associated with racism, and you never want to be associated with a bunch of racists. So stay the hell away from that game. Stay very far away from them. Do not support Phoenix Labs. Any dev that allows their partners, their chosen creators, to make those kinds of statements, threats, and things like that in an official space, no, that's no good. Very, very dangerous.
Firing gas strike.
The thing is, a lot of people say they play at a lot lower difficulties, so 70 to 80 is fairly common. Past 80 is quite rare now, because a lot of the veterans have stopped playing for the most part. But yes, please never ask me about Dauntless. Please never mention it here. I do not want my current companies associated with that game, nor do I want any of my viewers, you guys, to be associated with that game. Cause don't ruin your rep. Don't ruin your existence. It is possible, but Dauntless being an English word, even if they're not talking about the game, it might trigger. So I don't want to do that. It is actually possible, but I just like, because the word Dauntless may not refer to the game. The word Dauntless could just be an expression. No problem, Dave Bane. Like I said, if you like me as a content creator, that's the one game you want to throw in the bin. Just throw it in the trash. Like, it's just not good. That's why I stopped 2 years ago. People still come to me and ask me about it, you know? So it's kind of crazy sometimes seeing people talk about it, but that's just how big of an impact I had on people, I guess. That's okay, Gozu THC. At least now you know. So, honestly,
100 meters.
throw that game in the bin. There's way better games to play. Do not support the devs and do not support that game. And I regret buying over $300 worth of skins, because when I first played the game, I really had fun, and it was fun making content, you know, getting to know people. But then once the whole racism thing happened down, no more. And they never apologized, FYI. Dauntless never apologized or tried to say, we'll deal with this partner. No, they didn't do any of that, which makes it worse. That is why I know for a fact the devs openly support racism toward the Asian people. Wow. Look at this combination right there. That's a nice combination.
Extraction request confirmed. Shuttle inbound.
Yeah, you may as well play Monster Hunter. At least it's not racist. Or rather, sorry, at least it's not made by devs that are racist. I shouldn't call a game racist because the devs are racist.
30 seconds.
It could be specific enough, but it's okay. I don't mind manually typing the proof. Tis okay for me, Phil. I literally knew there was super credits here. So my shuttle will abort, but it's fine.
Helldivers are outside the extraction zone. Landing aborted.
I saw the building, I was like, wait a second, I know what that is. May as well go pick up my supers. Now, if this ain't the nicest initiate extraction combination, I don't know what is. Oh yeah, now this the way.
Coordinates received. This is Pelican 1 returning to extraction radius. ETA T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Up, right, down, down, down. Yes, yes. The best one is all in the same direction, but hey, that one looked cooler, man.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Now.
ETA T-minus 30 seconds.
Am I getting shot? Wow. In two directions at once, huh?
ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
From smaller laser cannon to bigger laser cannon.
ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Pelican 1 arriving at coordinates.
No, you're okay now. It was only 5 minutes anyway.
Pelican 1 preparing for touchdown.
That is how it is, Bane Iron Hand. Water. Hot water. Keeps the throat moist.
Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
No worries, Drakir. At least now you know. Like I said, we avoid mentioning names to stay out of drama. This is... Even if you mention somebody positively, I'm going to tell you right now, people will take it out of context. So save ourselves the trouble, we just don't mention any other creators. We keep to ourselves and our community, and that's it. I can't believe the player count is this low on a Friday. Oh well. My issue is a bit different, Saya, but thank you for the suggestion. Yes, I'm well aware of that. But like I said, my issue is different. I have a different set of problems. But thank you for the suggestion. Let me go put this on charge, and I'll be right back.
Mission accomplished without a single casualty. It's a good day for
I know.
Democracy.
Only 88,000 on a Friday. Yeah,
The
give it
enemy
6
is
hours, there'll be
attempting to
more,
seize
but
one of our
what I'm saying
planets.
is that if
We
you look
must
on
join
day
the
on day,
defense.
right? At this exact same time, yesterday, let's see. Let's compare 2,300 hours. 2,300 hours. May 16th, there it is. 2,300 hours. Oh, yesterday was pretty rough at this time too. Yesterday we had less. I believe the last time we had more was on May 14th, a couple of days ago. That was a weekday though. Last Friday, sorry, I'm just interested now. Last Friday we had how many? Last Friday was the 10th.
New subscriber detected.
Welcome, new subscriber. On the 10th, we had 93,000. So last week we had 93,000 at the same time. So, in 1 week, it's dipped about 30K. Well, that is, if you think about it like that, it's pretty alarming. If we look at yesterday, if we look at the figure yesterday, it's not too bad. But oh hey, finally illegal broadcast.
Coordinates locked.
But yeah,
Hellpods prime.
before that, tough.
Engaging orbital thrusters.
I don't think it's a miracle. I think it's the simple fact that players are just going balls to the walls right now. Like those who remain are really trying their best to fight for this. I mean, look at me. Normally, what do? Normally, I should be playing, you know, Helldives with my peeps. But no. Here, this.
Hellpod launch
Oh
initiated.
crap, wait. This was the illegal broadcast. Ah crap, I forgot. Oh yeah, no, listen. I have no doubt. Like I said, I have no doubt that upward and downward player trends are very normal, but it normally isn't this bad. What I'm saying is that I'm comparing mentally to a lot of other games in similar situations, and things have never been this bad. Certainly the player drop-off for Helldivers has never been this drastic. You know? It does drop off, but usually the drop-off is more gradual. For that kind of drop-off to happen in a week is alarming, to say the least. I would like, obviously not a death sentence, it's not that bad, but still pretty alarming. So upward and downward trends, yes, they do happen over a long period of time, but a big downward spiral like this one is something that you will rarely see. And once you see it, the thing is, you need to be alarmed, because if you're not alarmed, and again, if the devs don't take it seriously, what's gonna actually, let me try something. Let me throw a gas strike on this illegal broadcast station. I just want to see what will happen.
Incoming.
I'll see if anything will happen. Maybe it wasn't close enough. Okay, probably wasn't close enough. Whoops. But yeah, most of the time that you see something like this, it's never this drastic. Hence the issue.
Liberty emerges victorious yet again.
And a lot of devs are slow to react because they say, like, a lot of them have that same mentality, Saya. You know, a lot of them will say like, oh, well, you know, it's just normal. And a lot of devs, when they're sitting at their meetings, will argue that. It's like normal, you know, it's part of the process. But unfortunately, like I said, with my vast amount of experience having seen this for a lot of different games, I know when it's normal and when it's not normal. Last month was normal. This month, no. Oh, of course I know that it takes time, but that's exactly where there's a conflict. You know, I'll say that there's a major conflict because I know business. And I have seen, I could cite cases, like I'm not going to do that obviously because it's a Helldivers stream. But if they really want it, I could cite numerous cases where this has happened time and time again. Sometimes even being 1 week late, 1 day late is all it takes to seal your fate. People might say I'm very extreme, but like I said, I've seen so many games die and I've never picked them up again. Because there's just no way to get the viewership back. Most famous case, of course, being Darktide, but you know, I try not to talk too much shit about them because, quite frankly, they have their own struggles. But their struggles are separate and very different. Because theirs is more to do with Games Workshop rather than here. Well, I guess you could compare to Sony, but I think theirs is a very different struggle because their IP is owned by somebody else. But yeah, now I'm gonna say it straight. I don't think we'll agree on this, Saya, but we'll let the results prove themselves. Hopefully, I'm the one who's wrong, and then next patch everybody comes back. That'll be great, but we'll see. Cause when I get a negative feeling about a game, I'm gonna tell you straight, I'm usually never wrong. So they better start paddling fast. Game dev does take time, I understand, but you don't have time. So either they do it fast, or they lose out. Because new releases are not going to stop coming. Changes to other games will not stop coming. And when everybody has only a limited amount of gaming time, and that's the audience that you're trying to capture, it's a hard fight for it.
This is Pelican 1. I have visual
I tell you,
extraction zone.
that, what you just mentioned, my dude, because I don't know how to pronounce your name because I can't read those characters, but when that thing happened, like, I didn't care what color the tenderizer was, to be honest. I only care about function over form. But the fact that it was the wrong color is just like, the hell's going on here, you know? But I feel like the Polar Patriots was a bit too rushed. I feel like they were going through that Sony thing, and they had to rush a war bond, and it felt like they just sort of threw everything together, and it released poorly done, which only exacerbated the problem. That's why I think Palstad had that vote saying like, oh, should we delay the release, especially with recent things, you know? I was thinking to myself, what you should have done, and what I would have done if I was him, is said, look, fam, with the recent controversies, we have not had time to focus on this war bond. Would it be okay if we delayed it for a month, rather than having a poll saying release now? Because we don't know the background circumstances. We assume that the war bond is going to be good, it's going to be done, it's going to be ready. But it wasn't. So, I know. They did fix it, but I can tell you, I think that they were extremely rushed. And everybody said yes because they did not know the surrounding circumstances. If the CEO had been more honest and upfront and said, look, we've got a problem, this war bond is not ready, then it would, you know, exactly, he should never have asked everybody, he should have just delayed it. So asking public opinion would make everybody think that it's already ready, but should we just delay it for a better time? Of course, everybody's going to say, no, don't delay it, release now, because everyone assumes it's ready. You need to be honest with your audience. Like, sometimes honesty will get you less viewers, you know?
Hellpods primed. Engaging orbital
I mean, that could be
thrusters.
cool as well, Saya, but you'd have to hope that when they do finally come out with something, that it's really spectacular.
Orbit
But that's always a
synchronized.
very tough gamble. I'd rather they do it in small steps. Baby steps are better. In my professional opinion, baby steps are better and always work better. The game, like, if you want to do a No Man's Sky style, then your revival has to be very, very big. But very few studios can pull that off, and most do not. It's actually better to take the safer route.
Hellpod launch
Steady
initiated.
stages. Step one, couple of really good balancing changes. Doesn't matter if things get broken as hell, like broken in a good way. Just do that first. Next step, release something exciting for the people. Then next step, balancing again. Then keep going like that. If you snowball it, it works better. And also, you probably have less to deal with on your plate rather than trying to do everything at once. You know? Hell, even Darktide had an example of that whole thing. They did everything at once, took a year to cook, and then when they finally came out with everything, they went from 4,000 players to 33,000 players, which was amazing. You know, it was such a good thing, but then they couldn't keep up the momentum. Because the thing about doing everything at once is then, what's your next step? What's your next move? You know, if you take too long to cook, your next move is not prepared. But if you do it slow and steady, you know, you build the momentum, you build the trust, and it keeps that frequency in people's minds, you know. And up till now, they've always done everything on Tuesday. I kept telling people, don't expect a patch every Tuesday, but they're like, they always release a patch on Tuesday. This is the expectation that they've set. So what do you do when you've created this expectation in people? if you disappoint expectations too many times, they're not going to care eventually, even when you bring out something big. That's another big problem. And actually, they did make a promise on the release date, Phil. Because they share it through their PlayStation blog. The PlayStation blog put the date down as 9th May. So they teased it with a trailer, and then PlayStation put out a exact specific date. Hence why they could not weasel out of that. So yeah. They can either take it their way, that way, Saya. So if they ever do it like big, then they have to hit the nail on the head. It's a risky gamble. And then after that, they still have to keep up the momentum. So my advice to any of these would always be, take it slow, snowball, slow, 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 you know? If you build something up rather than trying to immediately go for the high intensity action, it's better. That's my professional opinion. Again, you know, some people may not agree, but I have a lot of experience, and I've seen all the failed turnarounds. Dartai went up to 33,000, crashed, and burned back down to 4,000. So it's as if the October update never happened. You know, it's that bad. I don't want to see that happen for Helldivers, because I know what that's like, and that's just sad. I don't want to see this game go, because I've had so much fun for these past few months. We've met so many cool people through this game. I don't want people to lose interest because, like, sure, selfish motive, obviously profit, viewership, all that kind of stuff, but I don't want people to lose interest because I feel that this game has so much potential, and the devs put in so much effort and hard work just to have it ruined by one PSN controversy when they should have been focusing on reversing course, making things right. Instead, they have to waste time fighting for something that shouldn't even need fighting for, which was PSN linking.
Dropping a pin. Northeast, 200 meters.
I think they did not stand as much of a chance with Xbox because they were already a PlayStation game to begin with. So them going under Xbox, probably the same level of treatment. And besides, Xbox is notorious for cutting studios as well. So I wouldn't be able to say. But I think that given a serious opportunity, it would probably have been better for them to be under Xbox. That is my thoughts, but they had already started out as a PlayStation game. So yeah. Either way, you know, when you're dealing with publishers and things like that, the same problems will happen. But people are way more likely to have a Microsoft account than a PSN account because everybody has a PC.
Pelican 1 returning to extraction point. Please ensure you're inside the extraction radius.
Well, as long as it's something that I can openly discuss, I will openly discuss it.
ETA T-minus 1 minute, 30 seconds.
Drakir, again, I don't know how to tell you this, but if you have a friend and you're saying he's on now and you can't miss it, so you have to go, that's considered very disrespectful to your streamer. So please don't do that at somebody else's stream, all right? No, that's just not on, dude. Trying to do that is just not cool. Even if you're not mentioning names or stuff like that, that's just no, dude. It's uncool. If you need to leave, you don't have to tell me that you're leaving. Just leave quietly. But trying to express that to a streamer is just disrespectful on so many levels. And Pete, Liberation. This is the fastest way to get Liberation, dude. Fair enough, Saya. Look, if you like it, have fun. I refuse to support anything Sony related, no matter how good it is. Because this whole thing has taught me that Sony is just no good. Like, crumping your own profits just to, increase monthly average user. Like, most people aren't even going to spend because they don't even have a PlayStation account. If they don't own a PlayStation, why do I need a PlayStation account? People have Microsoft accounts because they own PCs, they own laptops. So, yeah. Lol, if this was a Nintendo Switch exclusive, it'd be dead. Dead on arrival, man. Nintendo does Nintendo things and sticks to that. And I respect that, you know? They know what they do, and they just do that, and that's fine.
Visual on the extraction zone. Pelican 1 landing sequence initiated. Watch where you're standing.
Yeah, exactly. They did, Ruxpen.
Extraction complete.
That's why I don't know if they'd be treated better under Xbox, because Xbox is literally notorious for cutting studios.
Victory was never
They did, but they rebounded already. So they are down from February, but the stock prices always go up and down. I believe a little bit of it was due to Helldivers, but mostly it was due to, like, I think it was the Paramount thing. Because if it was due to Helldivers, it would have stayed down. But they had a major rebound in their stock price 14th May. So I don't think it was due entirely to the Helldivers thing. Hey, listen, sometimes the Pelicans need to kill the rocks, you know?
We had reinforcements ready, but you didn't need them. Excellent work.
Oh, good. That's just how financial markets are. It's why a lot of people are saying that the Ubisoft thing is down, but is it really going to stay down? So you'd have to look at the Ubisoft stock crash or whatever. Ubisoft stock price. Just look at that. And it crashed on Thursday, lost a lot of value, but now it's already starting its rebound. So I heard that it was through cancellations of other things, but it's already rebounded back about halfway-ish. So stock market always goes up and down. There's always price corrections. You have to look at the long-term trends and the overall trend. Like if you look at Sony, just an example, a little financial lesson. Look at year to date. They're almost back to their starting position in January. So that means that those investors who invested in January, if they took profit around February, they would have made quite a sum. But then it went down, and then now it's back to exactly where it was. That's why stock trading is always a zero-sum game. If you look at the 5-year trend, Sony overall over the past 5 years, if you're playing the long game, they have made, but they've had serious dips as well. A lot of people might have panicked around 2022. There was a major dip there, but it rebounded all the way back. So, you know, that's just how it goes. So, yeah. Financial markets are pretty wild.
Mission coordinates
I heard about
locked.
that, Feldermouse. It's a bit of a shame.
Hellpods Prime.
It's always a shame when games get cut. And lol, Lord J, that joke,
Engaging
that's
orbital
terrible.
Thrusters. Orbit synchronized.
Okay, this will probably be my last operation for the day. Whoops. I have done all that I can, but I appreciate the hangout today. Always a nice conversation. Good, bad, negative, whatever, doesn't matter. It's always fun times to talk.
Hellpod launch initiated.
And I do enjoy talking with people. I'd hoped that we would be able to push Aesir past to succeeding during the stream, but unfortunately just not enough. Just a little bit shy. Just a little bit shy, you know? But apparently, according to this, it's going to be taken in the next 5 hours, so fingers crossed. If enough people spam the difficulty ones, we should have it. Heath is a guaranteed success in 2 hours, so that's going to be good. And the major order ends tomorrow, so we shall see. People were hoping that I'm glad that I didn't listen to people, and I'm glad that I, you know, did this difficulty 1 thing, because people were saying, oh yeah, the weekend will get a crack at it. I don't think so, man. Because looking at the way this Friday's going, no. It was wiser not to trust. It was wiser to just push.
Extract when ready.
I hope so, Dobsy. I hope so. I am naturally, by my very nature, I'm a pessimistic person. But, again, although I'm a pessimist, I have rarely been proven wrong.
Coordinates received. This is Pelican 1 returning to extraction
Of course.
radius.
People need wins. People need wins. Like, no matter, like, a lot of people were very stupid on social media. They always argued dumb stuff like, listen, it's a war, there's going to be wins, losses. Yeah, that's great. There's going to be wins and losses when you're at 400,000 players. But it's a fucking video game. People like to win. So when you don't win, or when you can't win, or when you feel like you're being forced to lose, it's not a good feeling, you know? Losing occasionally is fine, but this is not a PvP game. It should not be a 50% win-loss ratio. we should be majority of the time winning a major order, and occasionally, you know, kind of like a shonen protagonist, we should lose a fight or two for character development and growth. Alright? We can't be losing fights in a row, or every single one be a loss, loss, loss. Have you ever seen a manga with a plot like that? The hero lost 7 times in a row? That's usually only reserved for like those real life mangas where he's trying to show a guy's like sad life or descend into madness or something like that. No. I still get sad when I'm disappointed though, Saya. Well, yeah, I never trust anything and I always look at things in a very negative light. Because when it happens, I told you so, you know? But yeah, honestly God, what Joel needs to do is pick up some mangas, read a whole bunch of mangas, read a whole bunch of manhwas, and then after that, once he's ready, he should come and DM the campaign that way. We should only lose MOs as part of character growth, you know? Bad stuff should happen, tough fights should happen. Like after losing all the major defenses of the planets and getting pushback from the automatons, there should have been there should have been a Terminate storyline, a solid one, right? With a lot of easy wins, small short orders, easy wins. People get their spirits back, you know? Don't immediately throw us into the Termicide mission was one of the most boring major orders ever. That also cost them a lot of players because what the hell? It was the same 3 missions for what, 4 days? Dude, nobody was having fun with that. A lot of players left because of that. No, that was no good. So, as long as they learn, as long as he learns a little bit and understands that a good story has push and pull. A good story has things going up, things going down, you know? But the downs are only rare, just for character development, you know? You just make things stage by stage, go up, 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 it feels good. You know, it builds, it builds. I mean, you're one of the rare ones that had fun, Dave Bane. Most people hated that, and I hated it too, because it was so boring. I was doing the same missions all day, every day with my squad. Like, anyone who's a streamer is going to get bored streaming that shit. Life is RNG based, true, but I'll tell you, with a little bit of wisdom, you can control most things. I mean, I didn't become a successful YouTuber by luck. Only reason I'm even making rent is because I made the right moves. Now, unfortunately, things keep screwing over my right moves, because Diablo, the first time round, was one of the right moves. Died in Season 1. This thing, right move, died in 3 months. Well, dying in 3 months. I just hope that they can reverse course, unlike Diablo 4, and won't take a year to do it. But oh well. It should continue this way, Dopsy. And I think that we need wins. If Joel is smart, he's going to give us short orders like this one, but orders that we are capable of winning. Make sure that it's orders that we can win.
Well
and we need to keep racking up the wins. But we shouldn't be racking up the wins like this. We should be naturally winning these orders. The problem is that the only reason we're winning this order is because yesterday a lot of people saw that ASCR pass and said, fuck this. We're all gonna spam level 1s. And a whole bunch of people did that. But that kind of burnout type strategy is only gonna work once. If the next order isn't a simple, easy one where people can just take it easy and win, I'll tell you, it's not going to go well. They need to focus up on their next balance patch, and if they want to buy time to do that, then they need to make the orders simple, fun, give people a reason to play. They do that, you know, so that we have a reason to hell dive and we can still contribute and win. I think we'll have a good time. But if they don't, then that's another bit of the neck gone. And I would hate to see their necks gone. Alright. Anyway, regardless, thank you guys for an amazing chat. I always appreciate talking with you guys and spending time with you guys. It's always fun. Regardless of positive, negative, you know, I'm glad for the people that don't try to mention other creators or that actually are present here and spend time here instead of, you know, trying to talk about other creators all the time. Like, what's the point of doing that? Please don't do that. Thank you guys for being respectful, you know, and thank you guys for being a very good audience. All right. I appreciate you guys. And I'll see y'all in the morning for the finale. Let's hope it goes well. See y'all in the morning, fam.